Um, welcome back after 2 weeks.
Technically 3.
Yeah, technically 3. Fuck. Okay. Just quick, okay, for something. Okay, it was Alex's. Alright. Quick recap of what happened last time we were in this mess. So the party, after spending a day basically doing some partial shopping and drinking, went to bed, and in the middle of the night were surprised by at least at the start, about 2 different creatures waking people up in the middle of the night. One in Yarrow's room with a strange cloaked figure covered in darkness with a strange rapier. And a wounded Kaffy. The other, Casimir, with a weird monster creature hanging over his bed, eating a dead body. At that point, combat began, and okay, a little tired, so give me a sec. Alright. Right, so as combat had started up, both Yarrow and Casey, being the only ones who would probably at that point notice that somehow their magical ability to see in the dark was being affected, which was pretty shit. After the first creature, or second creature, second creature, the one above Casey, tried to basically jump down on his ass. Casimir managed to dodge out of the way. In the midst of the fight, Yarrow ran out of her room, screaming at the top of her lungs, waking pretty much everyone up. And the rest of you essentially woke up and got into combat. Through combat, went pretty well at the beginning. The strange figure actually ended up disappearing almost at the beginning, and about the only thing right off the bat that happened that was bad was Yori walking out of his room and getting jumped by a second creature, which immediately tore out his throat right in front of his wife and child. At this point, Namir decides to pretty much go over and try to save both Nina and little baby Hazel, while the rest of you fight the other 2 creatures, which seem to have some sort of ability to teleport in the darkness. After a not so brief fight, because if I remember correctly, it lasted almost 2 hours, Yarrow ends up getting grappled by one of the creatures, and there's a little fight in one part of the room. With that, up north, everybody's fighting another creature. Namir is dragging away Nina, and as one of the creatures gets killed, the shadowy figure reappears and stabs Nina right through the back, dropping her to the ground, appearing dead, which Namir finds out pretty quick that she is not dead, but somehow just knocked out. After the second creature down that had grappled Yarrow was killed, the rest of you half of you decided to fight the strange shadow figure, and the other half decided to try burn down a door. That's always the best option. Fire. Through combat, 3 of your party, Atanez, Barnabas, and Kajax, are all dropped by this figure who just, no matter how many times you guys attacked him, he just didn't seem to take as much damage as a normal person should. And he essentially dropped 3 of you, which, with Atanez, I believe, being brought back up by one of you. During the midst of this fight, Kaffy basically shows up, takes something off the belt of this strange creature, and then suddenly both of them are completely consumed in an orb of darkness, which then just disappears, and that essentially ended combat as both the other creatures were dead and the other mysteriously disappeared in an orb of darkness. And I think Casey went to go deal with his wife. Yep. After this, the guards show up. This explanation is taking really long because a lot of shit happened. The guards show up. There's a little bit of fighting. I guess not really fighting, but just talking with the guards that kind of... all I remember is someone in this group pissed off the captain. I can't remember who.
I think it was a group effort.
Yeah, probably a group effort.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with
You were knocked out, yes. You had nothing to do with it. But the 2 knocked out members of your party were taken to the medical ward, while the rest of you were taken to the guard barracks to basically spend the night. Until morning, where you could be questioned by the Inquisitor. Which, yeah, just jumping over the jokes that were made about Casey and all that. The next morning, you guys all wake up. You in the medical ward, Barnabas wake up and pretty much found out that one of your eyes had been just cut straight out by that shadowy figure. Eventually, you and K-Jax wake up in the medical ward and you go back to meet the rest of your party and then proceed to have a discussion with the Inquisitor, which luckily didn't go too bad, seeing as most of the civilians in the barracks with you managed to get out alive and were witnesses to a lot of what happened, and one of your party members kind of revealed that they had some sort of connection with the Inquisition, which also helped.
And no parties either.
And after that, after you had essentially left the guard barracks, you had run into a small halfling child who was waiting for you outside. The child that seems to serve, or don't really know if there's a proper way to say. Yeah, serve, Auntie Gretel. Just saying that she wanted to talk to you, and as you had gone to her caravan, there was a discussion about basically you guys explaining what had happened. She had pulled out a weird voodoo book of demonic shit and proceeds to tell the group that the weapon in question that had basically killed 3 of your party, well, killed, not as of yet, was the Needle of Orcus, a demonic weapon that basically curses anyone that it slays. And you find out that within 3 days' time, your 3 members will be turned into Buso. The 3rd night, I gotta be specific here, so basically you have 3 days, and at nightfall, as like sundown, as soon as the last bit of light leaves on the 3rd day, that is when the curse takes full effect.
I think hearing that, Barnabas would fucking throw up, like, right on the fucking floor of this lady's hut.
Yeah.
He's just like, he was sitting there already looking rather sickly, but once he hears that, just, I think I'm going to be sick.
As you began vomiting, you would think it would go onto the floor, but apparently the small halfling child already apparently knew that was going to happen, and there was a bucket placed directly underneath you.
Oh, thank you, small one. Oh, watch out for the Casimir. Oh.
Damn it!
Right, no,
I regret this so much!
I'm actually just fine. I don't feel the need to vomit, but thank you.
Not what I meant. Not what I meant.
Right.
Alright. So,
how do we not turn into monsters? I'm sure you know that part, right? Can we skip ahead to that?
That's a very good question. I would like to know that answer as well.
Auntie Gretel's still kind of reading over the book. Riley kind of looks up like, Let me think. Perhaps there might be something. I might know
Don't
of
think too long. We only have 3 days and 3 nights, remember?
Yes, I know. Hold on to your britches. And now I gotta get the accent back. 3 weeks, you fuck. So I gotta get that accent back.
You're doing
A lot of
good,
them are
man.
old. Maybe we should give it a second to analyze.
Alright, you're right. My apologies.
You don't
But,
want to break a hip.
She basically closes the demonic book that she had just out, kind of sets it off to the side and be like, hold on a second, maybe I have something might help. And she actually gets up from the table and goes over to this sort of what looks to be a wardrobe at the side of her wagon, and she kind of like opens the cupboards, and there's actually a wooden board that kind of folds down to make a sort of table, and in the actual cabinet you can just see dozens and dozens of like vials and like ingredients, like some sort of alchemical cabinet. As she starts like shuffling through a certain section, pulling out books. Let's see, perhaps, no, not that. She throws a book to the side. Here we go. And she starts thumbing through this very thick tome, which just looks to be like, oh God, what is the word I'm looking for? It's just a tome filled with a whole bunch of random papers that just look like they've all been glued together to make this book. Just a whole assortment of weird things and images. Just like, I might be able to help you. But here we go. Yes, I do know a potion that might be able to... how do I say this? I'm losing a lot of words tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
Great.
You're fine, dude. You're doing good. You're awesome.
Oh, long day. Oh, to expel the curse from you. That's the word I'm thinking of. Might be able to make a concoction, but as she starts pulling things off of the cabinet, setting them to the side, it appears I am missing one very important ingredient. And she takes the tome and brings it back to the table. I may be able to make this concoction, but I need an ingredient that I do not currently have. And that is the heart of a crypt crawler, more commonly known as a crypt spider.
That sounds delightful.
Do spiders have hearts?
I mean, honestly, they probably don't, but I'm just going with it, so just deal with it.
Oh, it's a fantasy monster.
Yeah, and plus, giant spiders probably need hearts because their bodies are too big to, do the normal spider shit.
They do have hearts.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know if they did or not. And I was like, wait, am I being inaccurate? It's fancy, who gives a shit?
No, I had no idea. That was a joke.
Yeah, like, I honestly didn't think they did.
I don't
thought
know
it was like a
the
weird...
biology of a spider.
Yeah. Yep, but she basically tells you this.
And what exactly is a crypt spider?
I believe you've already run into a few.
Were those, if I remember correctly, the upside down headed goblins were riding on spiders, weren't they?
Giant spiders.
Okay. Well.
Great. So we just have to get through some goblins of sorts to get these. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Just make certain that you bring it back within the 3 days' time. Otherwise, you're going to have a very bad time.
Understood. Is there anything you can tell us about them? Where they live, where they sleep, or anything like that?
I do not currently have that information. I'm not. I know they do tend to sleep in or make their lairs in tombs, but this mire isn't exactly covered in tombs, so your best bet would be to find these. What were they called again? Because she would actually know what they're called.
We know where the tomb is.
Faithlin.
In the one.
Oh, did you find any spiders?
Well, no, but maybe they were just out and about at the time.
They tend to stick around tombs where there are fresh corpses.
Well, the corpses inside this tomb were moving. Does that count?
I don't know. I wasn't there, so.
I think she means that they have fresh meat on them, not just bone.
Alright.
As for the three of you, and she looks to Barnabas, Atanas, and Kajax, I'm going to need a single hair from each of you.
What about the mother?
I will make certain that she is taken care of, whether you make it back in time or not.
Well, whether we make it back in time or not. So if we don't make it back in time, you're what? Gonna kill her?
Let me ask you this. Would you rather live as a monster slave to an ungodly shadow for the rest of your life, or have a peaceful death?
Let me answer your question with another question. How many of these hearts do we need? Just the one, or do we
Just
need 4?
the one.
Oh, thank God.
The concoction will be enough for the 4 of you, possibly even more. I might have extra. But as a precaution, I would like a hair from each of you.
And what do you plan to do with that?
Give you another option. As you're just sitting there, the small child actually does pluck a hair from each of you.
What the hell?
Except for Atanas, who is like fully cloaked and everything, this child just looks at you. You're like...
Alright. And I plug one of my hair and then under my hood and then give it to him.
Alright, he brings the hairs over to her, and she pulls out 3 of these green-looking vials and puts one of each of your hairs in each of them. And as the hair goes into the vial, it almost seems to sizzle away and mix with it. As she corks each vial and hands the respective vials to each of you with the hair. This is just a choice I can give you. An option. If you cannot make it back in time. This is a very powerful poison that has been attuned to each of you. It cannot be used against anyone else. You can destroy it if you wish. But if you think that you may not make it back in time, and the curse, if you wish to end things on your own accord, this poison, it will not be a painful death. You will enter into a sleep and simply never wake up. This is the other option I can give you. My best, your best option, though, would still to bring the heart and cure yourselves.
Right, that would be preferable for my friends.
But each of you are given a vial of poison that is very specific to you. It cannot actually be used against anyone else. And that is just in case you guys don't make it back. Which you probably will, honestly. I don't think you won't. It's mostly theatrics. Maybe.
What does it smell like?
Do you uncork it? If each of you smells yours, it actually... What is the most pleasant thing smell to Barnabas.
Probably like salt water and brine
It-
and
You don't think it
Smells-
would be the hot Cheetos?
no.
It smells exactly like whatever your most favorite smell is.
Oh, this smells delicious. It's disgusting to know that my head is in there, but okay. Quirk it.
Oh, Casey sent an entire drawing of a spider. That is actually, yeah. Okay. Thank you for the help. Any other questions?
Maybe a quick discussion that might be better taken in private.
Before you go, do you know if Kaff is still alive?
I would have to do a reading, but
Do it.
all right. Actually, let's see. Trying to decide which reading she should do. There's so many options. She could search through chicken guts.
What?
She'll just yeah, very voodoo shit. Like,
Perhaps something
Rolling.
less disgusting.
all right. She actually pulls out a small leather sack and pulls out what looks to be a handful of small bones. As she begins to shake them in her hand, she whispers a spell or incantation of some kind that I think only two of you with Sylvan can kind of understand. It's not like it's not really a language per se, but it is an incantation in Sylvan. As she throws the bones onto the table. Her fate is shrouded in shadow. But I do not believe she is fully dead as of yet.
Oh, okay. So I need to find her really quickly. Is that what you're saying?
Hmm. If you find a way to find her, then perhaps, if that is the course you wish to take.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And I gave her like 1 silver.
She pockets it. It's like, okay, yeah. Oh, which, by the way, you did take Coffee's pack, if I remember. That's just to let you know, that's probably about a 25-pound pack.
I'm gonna look like dumbfounded at Yarrow, and I'm gonna be like, wait, we were supposed to be tipping her?
No, but it's welcome.
Oh, okay, if we're not supposed to, I won't worry about it.
The small child kicks you in the leg and walks away.
Ow, son of a... Casimir, you should go check out that kid.
Yes, I can see him just fine from here. Thank you, though.
But, let me know if you want to look through her stuff, Yarrow, with the pack, or if you want to know what's even in it, but you just grabbed her pack, is what I remember.
Yeah, I grabbed her pack, but I'm not looking into it yet.
Alright. Oh, yeah, by the way, everyone, Yarrow is slightly shorter.
Really?
Yep.
By like 3 inches. Because she wanted to be tiny.
I see.
Kaz likes some tiny.
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know if you want to keep it a secret, Ava, about the new rules you're using.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you want to keep it a secret? Okay.
Do we notice that she's smaller?
No, it's just something that
I feel
changed
like
from a
Casimir-
player's perspective. It's
I
like,
feel like Casimir's
she's
gonna.
always-
But he would definitely know that she's smaller.
He's like, you look exactly like 3¼ inches smaller.
Anyway,
You have a good eye, sir.
does anyone else want to ask anything of Auntie Gretel? I know, Namir, you have a thing you want to do, but, anything else?
Oh no, I'm just gonna look to Namir and go, are you sure you want to be alone for this? Or
Yeah, it's nothing really you should worry yourself about.
okay, my friend. I'll be outside and he's
Well,
gonna take his leave.
I'll catch up in
well,
my
as you get up to leave, Auntie Gretel looks at Namir. I believe we can have our discussion while the others have their discussion with the man outside. And at that point, you hear a knock at the door.
Right. Well, I guess it would be rude to keep our guest waiting. I'll see myself out. And he's gonna just kind of bow to Auntie Gretel.
He bows back. As you open the door, you are met with a very, sort of well-dressed human man, kind of maybe in his mid-50s, kind of like a little comb-over, very well-trimmed, like, mustache, sort of chin beard thing with a little, like, pencil mustache. But he is wearing what I can only describe as a sort of, a butler sort of outfit. He's like, I believe, do I have the right people? I'm looking for the ones who were involved with that business last night. I'm, a messenger of... Notes, need my notes. There we go. I am a servant of Lord... oh god, why did I have to go with a fucking crazy name like that? Pebrick Volgeth. And he would like to see you all.
Did he say what this is pertaining to?
He did not specify, but it is likely not best to let the Lord of the Outpost, out for fuck's sake.
I was going to say Volgeth, as in the namesake of Volgeth Outpost.
Yep, hold on one second. You are correct. The Lord does seem to be named after the outpost. Well, technically,
It's named after the Lord.
yes, the the outpost is named after the Lord's family. He technically is the not really ruler, but steward of the Bellowing Mires. Basically,
He seems to be doing a pretty shit job.
well, you can bring that up to him when you speak to him.
Okay.
We will.
What? Don't we have to get hearts like right now?
Yeah, can you tell him we'll meet with him in like 3 days or maybe not?
Honestly, we are rather pressed for time. If this isn't something that is of the utmost importance, we have other matters to attend to.
Actually, yeah, no, Auntie Gretel does have the ability. So, Casimir, in your head, you do hear Auntie Gretel's voice. And, like, you may want to speak with the Lord. It may lead you to where you're going.
But on the other hand, what is time?
Yeah, she was supposed to say that
Yeah.
before he knocked on the door, but I forgot to mention it.
Maybe for you it's not time is not important, but remember for us it's kind of important.
Right.
I just know the Lord wishes to speak with you.
I feel like I would rather drink this vial of suspiciously good-smelling liquid than go see the Lord at the moment.
Does he need to see all of us?
He did not specify. I suppose if those you would call your leaders were to come with me.
Oh, okay. That would be me. I would be the headman in charge, Barnabas.
Yes, our headman in charge, Barnabas here, sees to our agenda.
And what a good agenda it is. I clap Casimir on the back like real hard.
Yes, it's quite a good agenda. He does a great job. And then Casimir is gonna say something in Barnabas's head. He's just gonna say, Auntie Gretel advises that we speak with this lord.
Barnabas is gonna just audibly sigh in his head. And actually out loud too. He does this big, like, exaggerated sigh just... Well, I suppose you better lead the way. Oh wait, shouldn't we wait for Lemire?
We'll catch up with him later. I suppose he probably has some rather important business to deal with.
Okay.
Well, Barnabas, you're the leader. We only need you to speak with the Lord.
You're right, of course. I was just trying to be... How silly of me. Okay, let's go. I kind of point in a random direction.
Alright, as this fancy man starts leading you.
Does he go in the direction that I pointed or in a different direction?
Which direction do you point? North, south, east, southwest? Complete opposite direction.
Of course, this way, fellow compatriots.
Just to kind of I should probably describe what the outpost actually looks like. So the outpost itself is actually, the entire structure is built on what appears to be some sort of island with two canals on the north and south side. The east portion of the outpost is actually a large fortress area with what looks to be some sort of manor house in the center of it. It looks like the more fortified portion of the outpost, while the western side is just sort of a large open courtyard area, which is basically meant to house a lot of wagons and horses and things like that. There's a large stable. The only real stores, they don't really have any true stores. They only really have a tavern, which is just kind of this hole in the wall tavern, sells really cheap alcohol, and then they have a handful of sleeping barracks, which you guys spent the night before.
And also that store that we shopped at the other day.
Oh, that was not a store. That was one of the caravan.
Oh,
that was a cart. That was a guy with a cart.
Right.
Which you guys, he's about the only, him and maybe if you might run into one or two other people, but yeah. And who is all following to visit the Lord?
Casimir.
I'm going to assume everyone but Namir.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Atanas? Just want to make sure.
He's muted.
Oh, he might be stretching.
Well,
All right,
I'm definitely going.
All right,
You're the leader. Duh.
Yeah. hey, headman in charge.
My bad.
That's what they call the leader on a pirate ship, okay?
The HMIC.
Yeah, the HMIC.
Oh yeah, Casey, real quick question. That morning when you guys first woke up, did you want to change your familiar that morning?
Yeah, if I could have. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Sweet.
You have a different familiar now?
I do.
What do you have
He's very special. That's up to you on whether you want to reveal him.
No, not yet.
All right.
Secrets.
He has
Secrets.
He's in your journal,
right? You see him in the journal, right? He's
Yeah.
there.
I've
Okay,
looked
just want to make sure you got him there. Okay, but as the rest of you move along with this fancy man towards the more fortified portion of the outpost. Namir, meet me in whisper chat. Alright, so while they were having that... I wasn't going too long, right? That wasn't too long.
So long. Far longer than ours was.
Now you know how they felt.
We made sure to tell Casey to knock off with his fetishes during game time.
And I told them to quit telling me how to live my life.
Well, is everyone here? Yara, are you back?
I'm here.
Okay. So as that conversation, as Namir is having his own weird conversation with Auntie Gretel, the rest of you are following this posh gentleman to the very heavily fortified section of the outpost. You actually, as you follow him, you actually walk past the guard barracks and towards a very large gate with a portcullis that has been sort of lifted currently. As you pass in, you enter a large sort of courtyard with sort of squarish wall, like the walls themselves are sort of a square, like a large square with the large square courtyard with a sort of what looks to be a very strange structure, like someone tried to build something that was like half a manor house and half a fortified castle into one thing. The front is very decorative, big wooden oak doors, a lot of like carvings of strange creatures and animals, likely from the mire itself. But at the upper portions of this manor, there actually are battlements and everything that a fortified structure would have. As he walks up, there is a small staircase leading up to the doors. The gentleman just turns the knob and opens the large doors to allow the rest of you in.
Was that just unlocked? You just allow anyone to go through there. Never mind. Just talking to myself.
Well, into the waiting area, but if anyone were to try to force their way, kind of points up, and there are maybe 3 or 4 dozen riflemen all around this area.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the main fort area. Like, there are so many guards. Anyone stupid enough to try to break in here deserves to get shot. Will.
That is completely Ava's fault, and I stand behind that.
Agreed.
Alright, as he opens the door, the rest of you follow in, I assume, unless someone wanted to not go into the big house.
Following the HMIC.
Right.
Before we go in, I would like to confirm with my team. Just a moment, Mr. Butlerman.
Alright.
Huddle up, everyone. I kind of go to do a football huddle.
Casimir is gonna just let loose a little sigh.
Yara's just gonna get in the middle and just look up like, what? What's going on?
Oh, that's a good idea, little one. Okay. Does everybody huddle up with me, or are you guys being weird?
You guys being weird now? Casimir joins.
I think you're being weird.
Nah, he's being the HMIC.
Yeah, listen. I said huddle up.
I mean, Cass, I guess it's just... Is it just you and I now? Just...
We're waiting for...
I'm in the middle.
And what is the Tanas doing? Are you gonna huddle up?
I'm just standing right in front of you, just listening. I'm not doing the huddle up, but I'm in the group.
Okay, so as the HMIC, what's the plan when we get in there?
You're the leader, so I thought you were gonna talk and see what he has to offer.
Any good leader knows to load off some of his duties on others. So, what's the plan?
Right, so you're saying that you're not up to the task?
No, I'm up to the task, of course. I'm just saying,
Casey, I love how into this role you were enough to
yeah.
actually lift your arm as if you're grabbing
Oh yeah.
So I think the plan here is to listen to what the Lord has to say, and then we answer accordingly.
Should we ask for the money for protecting the building last night?
Maybe not right away. Maybe after he asks or tell us why we are first. You know.
I don't think we protected the building. I think we set the building on fire.
No, yeah, we didn't set the building on fire. Somebody else did.
I don't remember that part. I might have been out cold for that.
I think you
Yeah, you
were.
were.
Yes. But
Or
there
like
was
the
fire.
first one, or the first initial fire.
Perhaps we should.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that's a good plan. We'll listen to him, and then we'll maybe tell him to fuck off, or we'll maybe tell him that yes, we'll do some kind of task for him, or maybe we'll just ask for money, or we'll see.
I'm going to take this moment to heed everyone not to divulge the nature of the curse that is upon you. They might not be so willing to give the 3 days time for those of you afflicted to find a cure. You know, liability and whatnot that you all are now.
That's good advice. Yaro, you should perhaps not tell them about your curse either. They might make you stay here until you become so small they can't even see you.
But okay. It's
Yeah,
size.
they might do some weird experiments.
Okay, we're ready, man.
All right. Follow me, and he leads
Was
you
he
into
listening to that whole conversation?
I'm going to assume you guys stepped far enough away from him.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 10 feet away.
Yeah, he probably would have been like too interested. He was probably more busy like checking dirt under his nails or some shit like that.
Okay.
This is just a job to me. He really just give a fuck about any of you.
Alright, sounds good.
I feel that.
As you step into the foyer. I can't say the
Foyer.
foyer. It is this massive hall that leads at the end of which leads to like that whole 2 staircase thing where it's like goes up and splits into 2 separate staircases that lead to an upper floor. Very well furnished. The floors seem to be some kind of marble. They're just well polished with like this large kind of like green rug just going from the doorway all the way to the stairs in the back. There's like multiple marble pillars on the side. The biggest thing to note as you enter is the decorations of this place. A shitload of animal heads. As if the person who lives here very much enjoys hunting. You see some you recognize. There's a few deer heads, wolves, bears of that nature. Then you see creatures that are a little less common. So you do actually see the head of a very large spider. You see what looks to be the skull of what you can only assume is a dragon. It's just a whole mess of very strange monsters, from skulls to stuffed heads. There's an entire, what looks to be like an actual, oh god, what are they called? I'm forgetting what they're called, but I'm trying to think of a bunch of creatures, but I'm too tired to think of a bunch of creatures. But there's a whole bunch of stuffed monsters in here. As he leads you up the stairs to the left, which goes into like a sort of balcony area, and then he walks down to a door that is very ornate. He opens this door which seems to lead into some sort of office or study. As you enter, it's decorated about the same as the rest of the fort. sort of like green marble flooring. There's a large fireplace to your left with very intricate. Yeah, intricate. I can't say shit tonight. Thank you, Casey, for all of these.
I got you, Oni.
But there's a bunch of very well carved art pieces near the fireplace. There is a couch kind of like off the side near the fireplace with a small table that looks to have a few liquor bottles of some kind on it.
What color is the couch?
Is it leather?
It's the color of your blood when you keep asking questions.
No,
It's like about the same. It's like a dark green.
Okay.
Like
all right.
there's a lot of earthy colors to the decorations, but there's also, like everywhere else, you see a whole lot of like stuffed monster heads. There actually seems to be like an entire like stuffed God, what is it? Dire bear. That's what I'm thinking. There's like a massive dire bear that's just like sitting in a corner, like what you would see in some places with stuffed bears. On the opposite side of the door, you actually see a large desk. Sitting behind the desk, on the wall behind the desk, there's actually a large sort of stained glass sort of mural, which you can't really from this point see what it might actually be. But currently sitting at the desk is a very large Goliath with kind of like bald on the top of his head, but he has like a very well trimmed mutton chops, and he is wearing what look to be sort of like these really fancy kind of not like robes, but like you ever seen a show with medieval clothing and like the fancy person's wearing the fancy clothes? That's him, but he's wearing like this. Oh god, what is it called?
Like a tunic?
Yes, very fancy sort of tunic type outfit, but over his shoulders he's wearing this sort of like fur covering with like a wolf head on one shoulder. And he's currently in the middle of filling out paperwork as you walk in. The butler just opens the door, you all walk in, and he closes it behind you. The butler is not currently in the room. And the Lord himself is currently stationed at his desk. He hasn't even looked up at any of you and is just continuing to write down paperwork.
So I'm gonna stride. I'm gonna like take a look around the room, and then I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna like make a couple of steps forward, like I'm heading towards him, and then hesitate, and then I'm gonna walk over to his couch and just like flop down on it with my muddy ass shoes, and reach over to the liquor that's on the table. Oh, you don't mind if I have a drink while we're here, do you? And just start pouring myself a drink.
You have not been given permission to sit nor drink. Please refrain from doing so.
I just have so much mud on my shoes. Hold on. I say, and I kind of like climb out of the couch, leaving like a big ass bunch of mud from my boots all over it.
As you do that, he just kind of looks up at you. Then he looks over.
I'm head in charge, Barnabas.
He doesn't even like maintain eye contact. He actually looks away from you towards the wall on the opposite side of you, where there is this very large great sword that is just sitting there. Oh, he's almost eyeing it. Back to you, and then just goes back to his paperwork.
Casimir is just rubbing his forehead, like eyes closed, for a little bit.
After like maybe 3 minutes of waiting in very awkward silence, he actually finishes what he's doing, puts his quill away, puts the papers to the side, and then looks up at the rest of you.
Casimir's gonna say to Barnabas telepathically, please have a modicum of decorum in a place like this.
What's he gonna do to me? I'm already becoming a monster. He's just wasting my time. I do not respect this man. And
You
so,
say that out loud?
Yeah,
no,
because
I'm
you
saying
can't.
it
You
in my
can't.
head.
Okay,
Yeah, so you can't talk it back to me.
Oh, I
should-
can't
it's
talk
fine.
back
Oh.
to you. Oh,
No, you can just-
Stop him from trying. He doesn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, I'm like thinking all of this. I'm standing very like.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure I can't.
I don't think so, because most telepathy is just one way
Yeah.
unless it's sending.
Yeah, it only says that I can send a telepathic message, not that I can hear you. So
Bullshit.
But as he finishes up, he actually begins to stand from his desk, which at full height, this guy is maybe just about above 8 feet. This is a very large person. It's like, I hear you are the ones who dealt with that business last night.
Yeah, we are the ones who protected your encampment from monsters. Which I would like to know how monsters got in past all of your guards.
As would I. But I have been... gotta change my accent because it's supposed to be Russian. But I have been informed by the Inquisitor that he is looking into this. And my attention is elsewhere as we are currently under a siege. But... I do wish to speak with all of you. First off, you do have my, thanks for the extermination of those creatures last night. And I do wish to give you some small reward. As he actually goes to the table and kind of like picks up these small coin purses and actually just tosses one to each of you. He has 6 and he just like, there is one missing from your troop.
Do not worry, I will take it. I will make sure he gets it.
perhaps I should.
He gives it to you, Casimir.
Thank
Because you're not the one who muddied up his nice furniture.
Hey.
If you guys look in the pouch, there are... At first, it looks like looks to be about 10 silver coins, but you'd probably recognize it as 10 platinum each. That's about 100 gold for anyone who doesn't know.
Yep.
I believe this may get your attention.
Very.
I have received reports from my men, especially from a man named Falcon, who I believe you have been traveling with. He tells me that you are good at traveling through the mire. That you have, well, somehow survived by yourselves. Nearly 2 days through the mire. This is impressive. I am wondering if you may not be interested in doing a job for me. That would involve you going back out into said mire.
Pens? Perhaps we could discuss it over a drink? I gesture to the muddied up couch.
It just waves a hand at you like, go ahead.
Alright, I flop back down on the couch, kind of like grabbing the drink that I had already poured and just like, like slapping my feet on it. Alright, so what's the details?
As you know, we are currently under siege by these strange creatures. We have been so for the past 2 weeks. Unable to send any word out due to, well, as far as I know, no one has received word as your caravan still attempted to come through. They have... Before the initial siege, there was messages being sent to us from a nearby village who had reported strange noises and creatures moving about their area. We were sending someone to check out said village before we were, well, attacked ourselves. I believe whatever started this may have begun near this village. And I wish for you to investigate.
How far away is the village?
About a half day's travel from here. To the west.
Kind of a weird question, but if we were to go to this village, what are the chances you think of running into a giant spider?
Depends on if you run into any of these strange creatures. From my reports, I know they tend to travel with such spiders.
Are they known to travel throughout that area?
We have not heard any word. That is why I'm sending you. We believe that it started, if not at this village, then near it. They had reports of strange bog formations, such as the ones that these creatures seem to use.
I see.
What is the name of this village?
What was this name? He kind of looks through some papers. Toadpit. Not a very nice name, I grant you, but accurate.
Did you say Toadpit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Out of curiosity, the strange creatures you're talking about, are you referring to these goblinoid type monstrosities?
Yes, these
Okay.
strange upside down faced creatures. I do not know if they have a true name to them yet.
So you're not referring to the creatures that attacked your barracks last night?
That is something that that is new. And as I said, the Inquisitor is looking into this. I am currently more interested in dealing with our outside problem. If they continue to siege us like this, no travel or traders will be able to move through this road. The Empire needs this road.
So, there's obviously some importance into maintaining it for the Empire. Certainly a financial incentive to ensure that it remains safe to travel.
You are correct in this, which is why I plan to pay you very well.
What is
How
very
well is very well?
We say in unison.
We say it at the same time.
300 gold each.
I feel that if this road is so important, could perhaps do better.
Make a
I would be helping him.
make a persuasion check. How do you help him in this?
I was going to be...
Because if you help him, you will make this a straight roll.
Okay, I'm definitely helping him.
It's a disadvantage because you have essentially just been insulting him low-key this whole time with the mud on his furniture, just going for the drink, all that. So how do you help him, Casimir?
I'm gonna, as he says that, be like, certainly maintaining a road such as this is a economic advantage, not just for this outpost, but also for the Empire. Undoubtedly, were this to be maintained, your outpost would prosper, and you'd probably gain the recognition of some of those, I don't know, in perhaps higher places.
Alright. Barnabas, go ahead and make a persuasion check with just a straight check. Yeah. Not bad. I believe the 300 will be adequate for payment, but I will give you a letter of, let's see here. He pulls out a sort of note a paper and like kind of signs this little paper. Give this to the Quartermaster and you will receive whatever you need for this journey. And he kind of hands it to you, Casimir, as you seem to be the one he actually likes.
Barnabas is
take it and
gonna
hand
tell
it to
him every time
Barnabas.
still.
He's
Yeah,
gonna take it.
Thank you.
HMIC.
Yep.
HMIC.
The best way to reach this village is by boat through the canals. We will give you a rowboat for this purpose.
Barnabas gets visibly excited.
Your main mission is to go to this village, discover whatever you can to see if these creatures originated from there or close to there. You do not have to eradicate them or anything like that. I doubt you'd be able to take all of them on. But we just need information at this point.
Do you have any idea how we might discern whether or not they came from there or near there? Is there anything in your intel that is...
The eldermen of the village had been sending me letters for a few days before the attack. Search his abode. He might have something there to help you. If he is alive, if there's anyone alive, I implore you to help them back. But I highly doubt this.
So, let me ask you, what exactly do you hope to discover here? What is it that you expect us to find?
If we can discover where these creatures originated from, we may be able to go from the defensive to the offensive and plan an attack on our terms.
Do you have any guesses as to the origin of these creatures? Do you think they're coming out of some kind of portal or being...
We currently have no idea.
Or...
This is one of the main reasons for me sending you. If you can find where these creatures are, how they are not native to these mires. This I know. How they came to be here. Where they are currently at. Any information you can find on them at all.
Now let me ask you about the fine details of our contract. So we go out to this village, right? Perhaps we find an army of these goblins. Maybe we sneak around for a little while and we rescue some people. But it turns out that they're not originating from this village. So we come back to you and we tell you that. Do we not get paid because we didn't find the origin? I would like to ensure that we get paid even if you were incorrect about this origin being in this village.
I do not know if they originated from the village, but as I said, go to the village and discover if whatever it is they knew before. You don't necessarily have to discover where they came from, just any information at all at this point.
The Elderman's abode, you said, is the best place we would
Yes.
discern.
The village itself is not very impressive. It's more of a, does one say, shithole. A
But the name
few
like Toadpit makes
shacks.
sense.
A few shacks surrounded by a flooded lake area. The Elderman's will be the largest of these houses. He might have left behind something, I am uncertain.
Alright, well, I have a question about monsters that attacked us. The Inquisition, you say? You're having them look into it.
I'm not having them do anything. They have chosen to do this themselves, and I am more than willing to let them.
Odd that they would elect to look into it themselves without being solicited, don't you think?
Not very odd. It is their job. These creatures that they have been described are exactly what the Inquisition hunts. They deal with things like this on a daily basis.
Do you have a lot of Inquisition members coming through this outpost, though?
A few throughout the years, but let's see, what was his name? Varco, the current Inquisitor Varco. He is stationed here. He and his men currently live within the keep.
And how
He is
long
responsible. Well, he's been here for years. He is responsible for this area, for the mire. Anything that happens here.
Yara's gonna use message to say to Casimir, I thought we were in a hurry and we needed to find hearts. Why are we wasting time here?
I can respond to message, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna say back, just trying to figure out more about the nature of the curse.
I can't. I don't think I can respond
Yeah,
to
you
that.
can't. Yeah. But are you trying to send it to him sneaky because message is a spell and you would have to do?
Yeah, I need to
spell
point,
things.
so I point under my cloak, kind of.
Do a sleight of hand check.
Oh no, I'm not good at those.
Hey!
Yeah, he doesn't. The Lord doesn't seem to notice currently.
Right. Well, if your Inquisitors happen to learn more about it, if you would be willing to share with us when we return, it would be greatly appreciated.
That depends on what the Inquisition is willing to share. They are not... I have no rule over them. They share with me whatever information they see fit.
No, I don't remember how Atan is. I know he's part of the Inquisition, but I don't remember how buddy he is with them. I may just leave it at that.
I would say at this point, Barnabas he's still sitting on the couch, but he's sat up, so he's not laying on the couch anymore, but he is sitting there kind of like with one leg crossed over the other, and he's got like a knife out and he's scraping the mud off his boot.
Casimir is going to say to Barnabas, telepathic, would you please stop doing that, headman in charge?
I'm more than willing to lower your pay.
No, lowering the
my
pay
apologies.
is not
So
necessary.
we'll go ahead and get going then. Barnabas stands up.
Thank you for your time, Lord
Odd.
Lord Volgeth. Lord Volgeth.
It is my
Okay.
pleasure. And you see him actually, after this whole conversation, you see him actually go to his desk, lift up a plate, lift up this dish thing on a plate, and you see him take out a very large raw steak, and he throws it in the air, and you actually watch as the dire bear moves and eats the fucking steak. He has a live dire bear in his office.
Well, are you
that
making it just
is
pose
impressive.
like that without moving a muscle this whole time? That's kind of fucked up, man.
He likes to do it to intimidate others.
I feel he might be more intimidating were he moving, but nevertheless,
Yes, but you were surprised, were you not?
that I was. Fair enough, Lord Volgeth. And you're gonna see as close to like a smile from laughter from Casimir as you can underneath his widower's scarf and cowl.
Well, if everything is in order, again, your mission primarily is to go to this village and find out any information at all of what you can discover. If you can discover where these creatures are coming from, perhaps there will be a great reward for you on your return.
Is there perhaps anything you would be remiss to tell us were you not to let us know before we embark?
You know the dangers. You know the dangers of these creatures we are currently fighting, but there are many dangers in the mire that that go unseen beneath the water. As you're traveling through the canals, make sure you keep an eye open. And if you find yourself stuck out there and incapable of returning before nightfall, he actually goes back to his desk and pulls out another piece of rolled paper that he gives to you, Casimir, which is essentially a map of the canal. What do they call? Just the canals, basically. The system. The canal system.
When you said keep one eye open, was that some kind of joke about my face?
I didn't say one eye, I said keep your eyes open.
You said keep an eye open.
An eye, yes.
That's incredibly rude.
An eye. What, left eye, right eye, I do not give a shit.
Perhaps it's my friend here just happened to lose an eye. He's still reeling with the loss.
Oh, boo-hoo, I've lost a leg. And he lifts up his left leg, and there's literally, it is like a wooden fucking leg.
Alright, well, we'd better get going. Barnabas, gets up and, inches towards the door and, holds it up.
Well, I was going to tell you about the, never mind, okay.
No.
Because he gave you the map, he's like, these sections right there, and you can see these green X's in certain parts of the map. These are, scouting cabins for when we have, members of the guard go out to scout out the mire in case any large creatures come nearby, and if they find themselves out there in the middle of the night, they stay at these locations. There should be cabins there that should be safe enough.
We have great history with cabins.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Lord Volgeth. This has been most helpful.
Do not forget to go to the Quartermaster. He will take care of your needs, and he will also be the one giving you the boat.
By any chance, do these creatures that live in the water like a certain kind of bait or some sort that we could acquire to use as a distraction, maybe?
Your best distraction would be to cut your hand and stick it in the water.
I think we have a friend who might be more than willing to oblige.
Barnabas shudders. He's like, oh, that's a surefire way to get an infection. Nobody do that.
Agreed. That's how I lost the leg.
Well.
Now, if you would all please leave my fucking place. Leave my office, please.
Casimir's gonna hand the map to Barnabas. Like, right, head man in charge, captain of the ship.
I think this time it may just be a boat, but we will see. Goodbye, Lord Stumpy. We will see you soon.
Barnabas is gonna quickly
yeah, that's why I was at the door already.
Yara's running out. Yeah.
He just fucking leaves before he do. Yeah.
Who's the last person out?
Casimir.
You just hear the Lord starting to laugh his ass off. That is a good one. Have a good time, Cyclops.
Well, at least he has a sense of humor about things.
I love it. That's great.
Alright. So, the rest of you are led out of the manor. Outside, Namir, you're probably waiting for them outside as you finish your
I'd actually
conversation.
say guess where Namir's gonna be.
At
He's
the bar?
at the tavern. Casimir would know.
Yeah, Casimir, you would know that Namir's probably at the tavern.
As we get out, Casimir's gonna just be like, right, I suggest we collect what's left of Namir. I'm sure he's at the tavern and enjoyed a couple pints.
Oh, damn it, I should have swiped a bottle of that brandy I was drinking back then. That shit was good.
Perhaps we could ask once we return to have him give that to us as a reward.
Yeah, he's probably mad enough about the whole Stumpy thing.
Right. I think that's probably accurate.
Also, I may have fucked up his couch a little bit.
Oh, did you now? I hadn't noticed.
At least you're aware that you did it.
Yes, that's the recognition is the first step to
This
becoming a
nobleman you guys meet.
seriously.
Yeah, fuck up his furniture. You're just lucky he's not one of the stuck-up nose type of nobles.
If he lives here, it's got to be hard to be.
Oh yeah, like keeping
Yeah, there's a
anything
lot of
clean.
fun.
He has a fucking dire bear in his office. Do you have any idea how many times his butler probably has to clean up after that thing?
Dire bear shit. And that thing's
Yeah.
gonna-
Yeah, I
There's
bet
dire
we're
shit
leaving
in that off.
carpet cleaning team coming in.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
there's the hell. Yeah, let's go collect the beer.
Oh, and you
How
each
many
have 10
drinks would,
platinum, so...
I know, right? How many drinks would
Oh,
Namir...
it would truly be a shame if Lord Farquaad only gave us two platinum pieces. Poor Namir.
Yes, it would be, but thankfully he gave us 10. He's just gonna look at Barnabas.
Oh, right. Of course.
Yes, it's very gracious of him, and I'm sure our friend will appreciate the coin.
And I'm just gonna put the Lord's name in chat so that you guys actually know how it's spelled. Rebrick.
Oh, I was so
Trying to
close.
tell me this- Are you trying to get me to stop calling him Farquaad?
Oh, you can totally continue, but yeah, that's just the name in case of anyone who likes to take notes.
It's Volgeth, like Vulgath.
Yes,
Yes.
or Volgeth.
I got my
Volgeth.
vowels wrong. Volgeth. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're heading to the tavern. Unless anyone else.
Yep. Push
Yeah,
the
I
down.
didn't really step on it. I forgot that I'm currently dying.
Yes, at this point, it is probably a little after 11 in the morning, because you guys had the meeting with the Inquisitor, the meeting with Auntie Gretel. The third meeting is starting to get closer to noon.
Yeah. Casimir's going to start heading to the tavern, then eager to reunite with his friend, his oldest friend.
Alright, you guys approach the tavern, which the tavern in this nice little outpost is called the, the Drunken Cod.
That's a good name.
Yep. As you enter, you see Namir drinking away his sorrows.
Actually, he won't be. He
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have.
He ordered a mug, and he's just kind of like eyeing it, but he hasn't He didn't look like he's drank anything.
Casimir will go up and sit next to him, put a hand on his shoulder, and just be like, right, friend, so how many are you in now? What's the tab?
Nothing yet. Anyway, what business did the Lord have? What was his deal?
Casimir's gonna kind of give him a look to let him know, like, he could tell something's a little off with him, and say, right, those goblinoids with the upside down head have been attacking a village to the west called Toadpit, and he was hoping we would go out and see if we can learn more about them, what's happening. They apparently aren't native to here, and he'd like some answers.
Barnabas was sitting with the map. He goes, I don't know, Casimir. According to this map, it looks like the village is to the east. He flicks the map, and you can see that he's clearly got it upside down.
Casimir's gonna take his hand and start moving it to, like, flip it the other way around.
Once you flip it over, he's like, oh, Right. Yeah, to the west, like he said.
Right, common mistake can happen to anyone.
We're just gonna be like, well, from my experiences with the swamp so far, if we stay out there for a couple days, we'll meet one of these spiders. So.
Yes, he made it sound like we probably would encounter a couple along the way. It's a half day's travel, though, so half day 2.
Let's get a move on.
Yeah, half day 2, half day back. We'll be calling it pretty close, but we at least know where we can find some of these creatures.
Mike, I can't remember. Did you say that there is like a medic's tent or something that I?
Yes, there is like a medical building, basically a part of the fort. They kind of take care of all the sick stuff.
Before we leave, we need to go see the Quartermaster. They said they would give us anything we need. And then if that guy doesn't have anything for my healer's kit, I'll need to replenish it. Otherwise, we're gonna die out there.
Yes, I would like to avoid death, as would those of you with precious time remaining, I'm sure.
Right, so we'd better hurry. Does anybody know where the Quartermaster is? We didn't ask.
I'm sure we can find him. He just kind of stands up, leaves his drink there, and like begins to kind of wander out.
Oh, he seems down about something. You should give him a hug, Casimir.
Perhaps when the opportunity presents itself. I feel like Namir's probably taken off some.
Like, he's walking out.
Yeah. Casimir's gonna look to the flagon though, and look to anyone else that's there. I mean, like, perhaps you'll finish that off for him though. And then he's gonna go after Namir.
Just some drunkard just kind of grabs his drink while you guys leave and starts drinking it. And then the bartender's like, hey, pay for that.
Getting paid twice.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't care.
Alright. You guys go to look for the Quartermaster?
Yep. Yeah.
Ask a guard. We'll find out.
Yeah, you ask a guard. He tells you where he's located pretty quick. He's actually kind of back in that courtyard area where you guys were at, in the more fortified portion, but he's kind of like away from the manor and more in like this sort of side building. But you guys make your way and you see this, basically it's like a small office building, medieval office building, I guess is the best way to, just like a small medieval building with a door. You guys enter and it, just like a small stone room. You see a man kind of sitting at a desk in the center of the room. Behind him there looks to be like a staircase that almost seems to go down into like a deeper portion of the fort. He's just sitting there doing paperwork.
I will just like very like confidently slap the letter of requisition down on the table in front of him. We would like to requisition some gear.
He looks at the letter, just looks up at you. Right. And reaches a hand out and takes the letter, opens it, starts reading. He's like, oh shit. Right, okay. See, the Lord says, alright, what do you need?
Let's see, I need one repeating crossbow.
We do not have one of those?
What the hell?
Do you have any studded leather?
May be able to find something. Let me get a list going here so I can not have to take multiple trips.
Of course.
So, studded leather. Anything else?
Let's see. Door.
Does he have a vorpal sword?
He does not have any. He will not give you guys any magic weapons.
Do you have any harpoons?
I
I prefer throwing those clumsy javelins you landlubbers use.
This mire is primarily a fishing industry, so harpoons we have plenty.
Okay, I will take 10.
Do you have any candles?
Not
by
that
any
many.
chance?
How many
Candles?
can you give me?
I can give you 3.
To be specific,
Three?
black candles.
I am allowed to give you things, but I cannot give you all of our stores. We need things for ourselves.
Okay.
I'll fill up
No.
on crossbow bolts. I'm assuming that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so leather armor, harpoons, crossbow bolts.
Studded armor and black candles or incense.
Black
Oh, no,
candles
we've
or
already pulled
incense would not be something that they have.
All right, then just
We have regular candles. I'm not sure why you need them black.
more for flourish.
They primarily the quartermaster has any like normal materials that you find in the player's handbook, like your standard equipment and things like that. Not anything that's like really special. Hold on here. Okay. Oh, you also need a boat.
As I pick up the harpoons, I'm like, this is a bit heavy for me. And I just slap them back down on the table. You can take these back.
Thank you. And he like calls an assistant to take them back. Let's see here. Here. I guess we have this set of leather armor. Little worn. We may need to wash them. And he
Is
kinda
it
gives you some studded
Leather or studded leather? It's studded.
studded leather? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any daggers?
Daggers?
Yes, daggers.
Yes. Actually, we have plenty of those. How many do you need?
I'll take 4.
All right, here are 4 daggers.
Thank you
I
very much.
assume you want the throwing variety.
Hey, let's throw it. 2 throwing daggers and 2 regular daggers. That way I can stab and throw.
The only real difference is like 2 of them have a crossguard, 2 of them don't.
Yeah, that works for me.
All right.
You have a set of brigandine armor?
How expensive is brigandine?
95 gold pieces.
Let's see here.
Pay for it if you do have it.
Let me check. Hold on here. He goes back downstairs to get some more stuff. He does come up. He does come up with like some very old-looking brigandine armor that's a little rusted, but should work for what you are currently going with it for. It's armor. It'll work.
Perfect.
He also brings up what looks to be a small case. He's like, the Lord already wrote in here to give you these, and he gives you 6 standard healing potions.
One for each of us.
Yep. Anything else?
Do you have more studded leather armor that will fit someone my size?
That is asking a lot. We do not. I mean, I think we might have some that fit a halfling, but you are a little smaller than a halfling. Why are you bringing a child in here? He looks
not
up
a
at you,
child.
Casimir.
She's just a
Not a
small
child. I'm
person.
a tiny
She's an
human because of reasons that I'm not allowed to say.
Right. Hold on. He goes back downstairs, and you start hearing what is essentially arguing in what is basically Russian as they are talking back and forth down there. He's like, and then suddenly he comes up here. All right. Perhaps this will work. It looks to be like studded leather that has just been kind of like torn apart and re-sewn in multiple places very quickly. It should work for what you want.
It
So-
should work. Okay. I'll
mean-
take it.
Shabbily put together studded leather, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
If you
take it.
had like a day, they could probably properly make you some, but or readjust some, but
well, she
depends
has
on how
a
much
day.
time. Yeah,
I'll take this for now. Yeah, and maybe I'll come back later and you can make it a bit better.
Alright, does anyone attack or Atanas, you wanted daggers? Anyone K-Jax, you want anything?
Not that I can think of.
Alright. Wait, you're a rogue, right?
Nothing to throw, no ball bearings or a torch.
Do you want a hand crossbow?
Yes.
Sure.
A hand crossbow
I'll
with so he'll probably give you a hand crossbow with was it a quiver of 20 bolts? Oh, probably
What about a bag of ball bearings? Do you have any of those?
Didn't you already have some? Didn't you buy some from the shop? I swore you mentioned ball
I
bearing.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did. I remember that.
Yep, you're right. But she only has 1,000 of them. Can we get another 1,000?
Fine. He gives you 1,000 very tiny ball bearings.
Cool.
That's the armor I got. I posted it in chat.
Yeah, solve that.
That's very piratey, but you didn't hear that. I mean sailorish. Sailorish. I say to the
I mean, if you're the Persian army had that shit, they were sailors. Yeah.
Did we catch fucking Barnabas saying pirate?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you said it out loud.
It's not
Quartermaster
very
don't give a shit.
sailor-like, I should say.
Alright, anything else? Barnabas, specifically, anything else, Barnabas?
What?
Because I know well, I know, but you...
I know, I'm going through all the books right now to look for cool gear.
Did you, specifically, you mentioned it, did you want anything for your healer's kit?
Does he have it? Could
Yeah,
replenish it?
he would be able to get, like, replenish your current healer's kit, yeah.
Cool. I will do that.
If you asked for, like, multiple healer's kits, he'd be like, no, I can't do that, but I can give you enough to replenish.
The healer's kit is, it weighs 3 pounds, so, like, carrying...
Oh, yeah.
That's not really an option for me.
You got a boat. Well, you will have a boat.
Fair enough. You wouldn't happen to have a wrist crossbow, would you?
A little too fancy for us out here.
Right. Before we leave, can I check in the other shop to see if they have the repeating crossbow for sale?
Oh, what did I call? I think his name was Bernard. Yep, Bernard Dretch. You can go back to his wagon before you guys leave.
Yeah, does he have a repeating crossbow?
How much does that cost? I need to look up.
75 GP.
75?
Yep.
You're like, hold on. And he actually, yes, he does appear to have a crossbow. Or,
Alright.
repeating crossbow.
So it weighs 20 pounds. I'm gonna get it.
Alright.
So, just know that.
Yep, you are currently over encumbered. And that's like, I believe, you have half
So once we
movement
get
or
out-
something.
I think it takes out 10 for my movement. But once we get
Okay,
on
yeah.
the boat, I will, I'll leave some of my stuff on the boat, so we'll be fine.
Alright. So, last chance. Anyone need anything?
I'm ready.
Alright. We're gonna actually go ahead and take a 15-minute break. So about 10 after, we'll come back.
Alright.
Right, as we left off, you guys were just finishing up getting all of your equipment. Last chance. We're gonna move on if no one else can think of anything else they want. Alright. So, as you essentially finish stocking up on supplies, oh fuck, what are they called? I'm forgetting all my words tonight.
I got you. Just
The person who gave you all your shit.
Quartermaster.
Quartermaster. Yes.
I got you.
He leads you sort of to the back of the fort area, down a staircase into a sort of undercroft area, and it actually leads into like sort of an undercroft dock that's kind of built into like the fort itself. There's like an iron gate kind of cutting off the rest of the waterway from the inside of the fort, so monsters don't come up into it. And there you find a medium rowboat, one big enough to fit 6 people.
If we find extra people, we're gonna be fucked.
Which I am using I'm using the rules and everything from a certain naval combat thing.
Oh, good.
So your boat does have hit points. Your boat, I believe, rowboat has 12 hit points.
I'm sorry, I should have asked about this before, but would it have been possible? Did anybody have a tricorn hat for sale?
Not not the quartermaster, but when you got the crossbow, he likely would have had a quarter or a tricorner hat somewhere in there.
Okay, how much does that cost me?
A gold.
Okay.
And it's not a very nice one. It's kind of has patchwork on it. Yeah. Jack Sparrow type hat.
Fair enough.
But yes, the quartermaster leads you down to the road. Yes, you can use this. We will open the gate when you leave, but do know that it will be closing behind you. If you need to get back in a hurry, just yell. That usually tends to help.
Noted. Thank you.
Alright. Do you all board the boat?
Oh, it's been too long. I climb aboard.
Sways a little, but yeah, you don't move at all. You have sea legs.
Yeah, and Namir would be like very uncomfortable getting onto it.
As long as we are on this rowboat, you all can call me captain. No takers?
Not head man in charge, I thought.
Alright, Barnabas, let's go.
Captain. I thought that's what you were called.
Oh, I go by either.
Right, which do you prefer?
Well, when we're on the water, it's captain. When we're on the land, it's headman in charge.
Noted. Thank you for the distinction.
Of course.
Alright, Barnabas, what direction are we going?
According to the map, it would look like we're going... Oh, hold on. West along this canal here.
Are you sure it's west?
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he said it was west, so we should head west.
Alright then, west we go.
And Casimir's gonna hold a hand out to help Yarrow enter the boat if she has not.
Thank you.
Don't touch that hand.
Yarrow gets into the boat now.
He's gonna hold a hand out to K-Jax if she also hasn't gotten on the boat yet.
Barnabas kind of shoves you aside and reaches out. K-Jax, are you coming? K-Jax?
Yes.
Oh, I heard nothing. My apologies.
Open your ears. I thought you were missing an eye, not an ear.
You wounded me!
Oh.
Nonetheless, he still helps you up, K-Jax.
Points for K-Jax. Very nice one.
Yeah.
Alright, you all board the boat. So, kind of like over here in the corner, it is kind of set up in where you guys kind of line up like 3 by 3 on each side. What position, like who wants to be in front of the boat, who wants to be in the back, who wants to be in the center? The people in the center are the people rowing the boat. There's one person per oar.
Casimir's not rowing.
All right. Set you off to the side. I assume Tiny Yarrow is not?
I don't think Tiny Yarrow's rowing either, no.
I think it's Namir and Barnabas, probably.
Barnabas, you want to be a rower?
Barnabas would row, for sure.
Alright, so, well... Namir, you could...
Barnabas.
I
You
could
burn-
row it.
well-
Doesn't matter really.
Alright. Who else?
You know what? I'll be in the front. I'll be in the front, keeping an eye out.
Okay. I'm just gonna stick you two in the back. Well, now it's kind of a fight between Namir and K-Jax, because K-Jax wanted to be next to Barnabas.
Or just switch her and like Atanaz, and she'll be like in front of him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Cool.
I didn't know if you wanted the two people with the most experience sailing being the ones with the
Or,
oars.
yeah, that's true. I don't have
That would make too much sense.
But we're playing D&D, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... You guys are just rowing... It's not like you're at sea.
Casimir has no idea how this
Alright,
works.
everyone good with the setup?
Yep.
I should.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Looks good to me.
Alright, so... as you all get in the boat, the quartermaster kind of like pulls this lever at the side, and the metal gates kind of open up for you, and you begin rowing out into the canal. As you exit, the gates do close behind you, and you begin heading in what direction?
West.
Right?
West. Yeah.
In west.
I will hand the map to Casimir. Casimir, I was never the navigator on the ship. You ought to take the map and tell us which turns to make along the way here. I will steer the ship steady.
Yes, of course you chose the right man for the job.
I should probably note that the rowboat itself, instead of being like a normal rowboat, it actually has more of a flat bottom, so it's more built for like going over shallow areas, since this is like a mire and swampy area. I'm sure Casey knows the type of boats that I'm talking about.
So we are going to the Everglades. Is that what you're saying?
You got two Florida men.
Yeah, you're in a giant swamp.
Yeah, we
with
got you.
canals.
Got it.
We got you.
But yes, you begin heading west. So, Barnabas, you are the one, basically leading the way, since you're the navigator, I assume?
Well, no,
You gave the map to,
Casimir is vehemently studying the map to try to make sure he can glean as much insight on it as he can whenever the situation arises that he needs to navigate.
So, Casimir, I want you to make a survival check.
He would get advantage because of how well he studied it, right?
Shit.
That's a stretch and a half.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hold on.
We're on the same team, Will.
Namir would be Namir would be looking out for like monsters or shit.
Yeah, I was the same.
Stay at the front.
I'll just make my
Alright.
survival check. Sans advantage. Hey, not bad.
Alright, not bad.
Wow.
Over 10.
Yeah.
With the help of the map, you do go in what you believe to be the general direction. There are a few areas where the canal actually breaks off into multiple other canals, but you take what you believe to be the right course, heading east.
West.
West. You caught me there.
Yeah. We're going west.
You travel, well, it's about half a day. I'd say at the point you guys left, it was probably just afternoon. So by the time you arrive in the town, it's probably going to be close to between 5 or 6 o'clock by the time you get to the town in the evening.
No, I take it we didn't run into any spiders along the way.
Not yet.
Like
Yeah,
that wording.
okay.
Like that wording.
As you do travel currently, maybe for the first 2 hours, you don't really see any. You hear a lot of wildlife. You see like the smaller creatures, like insects, frogs. You probably see a very large, almost human-sized frog, but it kind of keeps its distance and jumps into the canal and swims away. Nothing too concerning at the moment. You appear to be approaching another sort of split in the canal, so go ahead, Casimir, and make a check for me.
I will give him guidance.
Alright, you can roll a d4 if you want. Helps a little, but not. Yeah, you, looking at the map, you turn what appears to be right into a canal that leads a little further east. But yeah, you
Barnabas,
nothing.
turn here. Quick, this one right here.
You got it, man.
Alright,
Direction.
for the next 2 hours, you guys travel along. Nothing too concerning. You do at one point see a sort of large, kind of like a wave, almost like if a large creature was moving underwater. You kind of have that sort of bubbling effect of the water over it. But it kind of like just goes off, doesn't seem to have noticed you currently. You guys don't get lost and continue on your way for the last stretch. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
I will give him guidance one more time.
Alright, go ahead and roll that.
And then JC!
God damn it. It's your guidance.
Yeah, you're the one rolling.
This is clearly a fault of your gods.
Just need to check something.
Careful what you're saying.
I fear not your gods.
No, remember the paper. I remember who I am with.
Casimir's gonna be looking at the map and just be like, right.
So,
that direction. That's the way we go.
as you continue going for this next trek, you find yourselves kind of drifting away from the canal, and instead of being in a canal, you are actually in this sort of more swampy area where there seems to be a number of like small land masses with just little waterways in between all of them. So less of like a main river canal area, more of just into the wider marsh.
Are you sure we're heading the right way? Casimir, this seems wrong.
If what I discern from the map to be correct, I believe we're heading the right direction. And it seems accurate.
Well, alright.
He's gonna lower his scarf down so you can see his gaunt face. Just like basically skin on bone, like just looking at me like, okay, so you came here, went there. Just like really eyeing the map.
Alright, well, as you continue to go into this more shallow area, you suddenly feel a collision as your boat seems to have hit something that is under the water, and you appear to be stuck.
Oh, this isn't good. I think we're stuck on something.
Yes, that would appear to be the case. Perhaps some of us should try to dislodge the boat so we could continue on our journey. He's going to look to Atanez and Namir.
Barnabas is
like at the
already
front?
getting ready to get out. All right, well, I've never against going for the swim.
By all means, I don't mean to deny you of the joys of a brisk swim.
I do put my bombs and my food and a few other things that I don't want to get wet on the boat so that they don't go in the water with me.
Alright. You enter the water and you kind of feel, as you actually jump into the water, you notice that it's not that deep. It maybe only comes up to about your waist. So you guys have entered a more shallow area of the mire. As you kind of like, I assume you kind of like reach down into the boat to see if you can find whatever it's getting stuck on. You feel what looks to be maybe like some sort of large tree that fell years ago and it's just been sitting under the water, and you guys just had the unfortune to just run into it.
Oh, okay. So like, how deep is the water? Like, does it come up to my?
About your waist. Yeah, about your maybe a little past your waist. And Namir, I believe.
The back of the boat and try to push it.
All right, Namir, I do believe that. You said you were looking out for monsters, or you were keeping an eye out?
Yeah.
Alright, I want you to go ahead and make a perception check.
I will give him guidance.
Okay.
Would he get advantage because he's been looking out for him? Like being vigilant?
I don't need it. Oh.
Yeah, you don't need no,
you don't need it, no.
No, not at all. Roll that 1d. Yeah, you don't need it.
7.
So, alright,
would I roll too, or would I give him advantage because I would be looking out for him for monsters as well, since I'm both who were doing it?
Yeah, I guess yeah, I say it would probably be advantage if you're helping him.
He said he was looking out too.
Yeah, it would. I mean, you can either roll yourself or have him roll again.
If I rolled advantage, it was the 18.
Yeah, it would have been the 8.
I'll let him roll with advantage.
I kind of want to make you a re-roll because you already would have known. Yeah, because you already would have known it was 18 before you tell. Yeah, just roll another
Okay,
d20.
Yeah, no, just re-roll that.
It's only because you said you wanted to help him with advantage when he already rolled it, and it's all right. 9 plus 2, that's 11. I need to roll something real quick.
Cool, solid 11.
Gotta make sure you pass that stealth check.
I need to untoggle. Actually, hate that so much.
Okay, never mind. Those guys were really good. So, Barnabas, as you were in the back of the boat, you were trying to basically push it over the log. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Athletics or just strength?
Athletics. Yeah, like, you just push that boat right off the log. But as you do so, what is your armor class?
Oh god.
With the new armor, 16.
Alright, 16, let's see. Oh lord. Alright, so, as you are, okay, you're currently in the back of the boat. You suddenly feel this sting in your left leg as it feels like something may have like bitten or latched onto your leg. And you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh jeez.
That's with a natural 20. Okay, so
okay,
it's
oh
not
god.
usually that high.
Jesus Christ.
That's half my hit points. Like,
Holy shit.
That is more than half my hit points.
Yeah, I have 18, so I'm okay, and I got second wind. But Barnabas is freaking out. He's like, "Oh, something's got my leg! Something's got my leg!" Ah! Like crying out.
The rest of you kind of look around, but you see these small creatures swimming, like these sort of large fish-like creatures swimming towards your boat. They almost appear sort of stingray-like. But as they, everyone roll initiative. I'll put you all in the map area.
The stingray, like those things that we're supposed to hunt to get.
Yeah, maybe. As you're staying there, like one of these creatures actually jumps out of the water and just over the boat as you see this stingray. You're like, don't roll initiative yet. I need you on the map, and I need to actually open the thing. Right. So, okay, here's the map. Barnabas, you're actually... Yeah, you were just behind the boat. You just pushed it, so I'd say you're probably about there.
So do we re-roll, or do you want us to keep our current roll?
Crap. Oh, let me open the...
Damn it! No. Once you...
Open the thing first.
Damn it, Ava.
Yeah, you're going to re-roll to get it in there, and I'll just manually change them. Oh, wait.
Wait, it's
good.
there.
Never mind. Never mind.
Oh,
Shit.
man.
Damn it.
12. I fucked myself. Oh, well.
Well, I can just delete one of you then, because you're not... Well, shit. Well, now I'm going to have to clear the fucking thing again. You're in there twice. Like, it took a second, but you guys eventually loaded in there.
There we go. Yeah, it took my second one.
Okay, hold on here. Now I gotta figure out how to delete single people from the...
I'm fine with my second
my
one.
third.
You don't got to worry about me. It's whatever. Keep it simple for you.
Well, you're on here twice. Like, you and...
If I roll.
Oh, I only see myself once.
Is it good if I roll now?
Hold on, I'm just gonna clear the whole thing. I've got multiple people on here from, I think, maybe past things, but yeah, I'm just gonna clear the whole thing. Clear, okay. So go ahead and everyone re-roll in there, yeah.
Let's just
Everybody-
re-roll and take no initiatives.
For real, yeah. My nat 1. Oh, yeah.
I had a 16 and a 21. I just don't give a shit.
Hey.
We re-roll again?
Yeah, I gotta
Alright.
get...
I don't know like
There's the
this.
brew, there they are.
Third time's a charm, baby.
Ooh,
Damn it.
I'm gonna make theirs public now that they're... But they rolled a 19. So, okay. I'm just gonna go with descending. I'm just gonna go with those current rolls, because I don't want to redo everybody's initiatives here.
Oh.
I think we're good. Anyone missing? Alright. So, first up is Barnabas.
Alright. So, I am going to try to stab the thing that is latched onto my leg with my cutlass.
It didn't remain latched on, so it is like, it kind of like bit you and then let go. But it is currently under murky water, so I'd say you'd have disadvantage because it's kind of like a little hard to see. You just know it's like there somewhere right in front of you.
Alright, I will still try it.
Alright. That hits.
So I just kind of bring my sword up and gonna slash through the water. Purposely
Alright.
trying to splash Yarrow and Casimir a bit.
You jerk.
As you bring your cutlass down, you just slash across this thing. Just little screech from bubbles underneath.
Do I splash enough to...
Yeah, you splash enough to hit Yarrow and because well, maybe not Yarrow. She's like small enough that she's probably like not even above the boat line, which is why there are no current creatures in combat with her because she is currently too small to be seen from the water.
Alright, so I'm gonna take the opportunity attack. Difficult terrain in the water, I would imagine.
Yes, difficult terrain in the water.
Okay. So I'll take the opportunity attack to go 10, 20. Does it cost me 10 movement to get back up in the boat if I want to get in the boat?
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, actually, I think it would be yes because you are like lifting yourself onto the boat. It's kind of
You
like,
already said no.
Did you want to? No, that's fine. Yes, it's fine. Did you want to do that opportunity attack? Like, I got it.
yeah, he will do an opportunity attack. So,
13 does not hit.
alright.
So I'm gonna hop up in the boat next to K-Jax and give her a high five. Hey, K-Jax! Do you return my high five or do you leave me hanging?
Yeah, but like not too excitedly, just like, you know.
Like just really.
But I'll with my thumb I'll give you a little hand hug.
Hold on here. I think I need to move the.
Oh shit!
Oh boy!
Oh, move.
Sorry, I think I need to move the. For some reason, when I change the health of one of these creatures, the health on all of them changes.
It's not a bad thing, per se.
I think it might be because the boat isn't in the map layer.
No, it's because of if you have it linked to HP instead of HP or currents, or there's a separate HP value that you have to have it linked to have it not do that.
I'll just put their whole thing in none. Maybe that'll help. Yep, okay, that helped. Alright, next up is the Broodlings. As these small, sort of stingray-like creatures with like these three barbed tails. First one is actually going to be the one that was near you, Barnabas. He's actually going to sort of swim around, say underneath your... Well, he doesn't actually leave your area of attack, so he's actually going to come up and follow you and try to jump out of the water and bite you.
God, it's chasing me.
Yep. Does a 7 hit?
Yes.
A 7?
No. No, of course a 7.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, for a second there, I was like, wait, what, really? But since it is doing this is actually first combat, it will use its multi-attack to make the sting. I need you to make a...
Will that hit?
Yeah, so you take 3 piercing, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I think I got some dark fantasy fight music going on.
Alright, you make it. You're good. Next one will be the one for you, Atanas. You see this strange creature jump out of the water and attempt to both bite and sting you.
That's a miss. That's not a miss.
You take 3 points of piercing damage, make a Constitution saving throw.
Right. Why is disadvantage?
And you make it.
Oh.
Well, we'll go off the first number, so yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So, next one will be the one next to you, Namir, as it comes up and attempts to bite and sting you.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Alright, you take 8 points of piercing damage, make a Constitution save.
Damn.
You make the save. The one near UK, Jax,
The one near me is a loser.
No, he's gonna try something else. It's fun. So I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
That's cool. Their sting works with whatever. Oh. Oof.
Ooh, yeah. So you are... Let's see, it goes up +3. Alright. Yeah, so let's see here. You are charmed by the target. So you are considered charmed by this creature. You cannot take reactions.
Okay.
But he uses his action to do that. And the one below him is actually going to do the same thing. You just see these 3 eyes in the middle of this creature's head, and they kind of flash at you, Casimir. And I need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Question: does my Grey Dwendu's magic resistance thing works like my pseudo dragons, where it connects with me, or no?
Which ability are you talking about? Are you talking about the luck thing, or
the magic resistance thing? So my pseudo dragon had one where it worked with me because he was my familiar. Does the Dwendu's work that way, or is it just for the Dwendu?
Was that a special rule thing for the...
It was the variant pseudo-dragon that we had talked about, and I know the Grey Dwendu has the same thing, but I don't know if we're going like a variant form of that.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say no
Up
because
to
you already got you
Okay.
got that one other ability with him, so I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so a wisdom save.
You make it, yeah, no worries there. But so that is the end of their turn, and only one of you is charmed and cannot make yeah.
Okay.
So next up is Casimir. Sorry guys, I'm like, it's been a long day. I'm slightly tired.
Dude, you're doing great. Like, don't even trip, dog. Like, you're knocking it out of the park, man.
Thanks.
Let me see. I'm going to.
Come up.
Yeah, I guess. Which? I'll just do this one right here. I'm going to cast Hex on it.
Alright. And what are you gonna assume Constitution is the
Yep, Constitution. And I know I wrote something down for it. Why can't I fucking find it on my thing? Anyways, I'm casting Hex on it. And then I'm going to cast Bleed on it. So it has to make a
Constitution save? Alright.
Yes. Spell save 13.
It fails.
Perfect. So hold on. So yeah, so you're gonna hear him go, like he's gonna take his staff and wave it above his grip and go Malus Mortem and hex the thing, and then for his bleed you're gonna I think only someone that understands Sylvan would hear this. You're gonna hear him go Urzubaraz. And if you know Sylvan, you know that means your blood becomes black.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Alright. The D4.
It doesn't
There is an
trigger.
additional D4 hit.
It's only once I attack him, it's the one that's in front of Cage.
Oh, each time it takes damage, it
Right.
loses additional 1 D4. Okay.
Yep. So nothing happens to him this turn. He has Hex and he has bleeding, so anyone that attacks that gets an extra D4.
Can you cast?
Alright.
Can you cast both of them as they both require concentration?
Yes, because Witch allows me to focus on a. Hold on, I'll link it. Which allows me to.
Yeah, witches have some witchy shit.
Okay, got
focus
it.
on. I can focus on a hex and I can focus on a spell.
Okay. Well, that's neat.
Yep.
Well,
Noise.
the hex spell technically counts as. Oh wait, is bleeding is?
No, hex is a spell and bleed is a witch hex from Volda's.
Okay.
So I can
want to make sure of
concentrate-
that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, so I can concentrate on both of those, and then I'm gonna, just so you know, perpetuate each turn bonus action cackle to keep bleed on them.
All right, and that's it.
Yep.
All right. Next up is Namir. All these creatures are currently sitting under the water, so it is disadvantaged to hit them as it is murky water.
Yeah. He's going to draw his sword out, cut himself with his talons and mutter a word, and rub it on his sword as it goes up and.
Oh my god! For once!
Finally!
Nice. That's what we like to see.
For once, you didn't go super emo.
Yeah, I didn't feel the need to take my arm off while trying to do this shit. Anyway, he's going to then stab down into the water with the sword.
All right. With disadvantage.
Which one are you attacking?
Yeah, the one right in front of me.
Okay.
And unfortunately does not hit. As you attempt to stab down into the water, and the creature just seems to move out of the way. 10 piercing damage would have been pretty fucking good, though.
Yeah, he's kind of swearing as he just can't get the thing.
Alright, what was the magical effect on your blade? Or was that you don't get that till another level, or?
That's Crimson, right?
Okay, that's a different thing. Yeah. Alright, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, you're up, and you're kind of like not seeing over the edge of the boat currently.
Can I get like on top of a bench to get...
Yeah, you can get on top of a bench.
Okay. So I tried to get on top of a bench to see this guy over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try and pummel stone him. With disadvantage. Dang it.
As you try to throw the stone, it skips across the water.
Oh, look at that. Casimir, did you look that? It's skipping.
Nice.
Alright, anything else? Any bonus actions? Anything you wanna...
Nope, that's it.
Alright. Atanas, you're up.
Alright. And see what I have right here. Damn it, I'm so not used to have spells that I don't remember what my spells do.
Same.
The new room is sick, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go try and... Yeah. I'm gonna cast
Oh, nice.
Shadow Bite on the one that's right in front of me.
Alright. It's a calm save. Oh, unfortunately, I think it makes that.
Make con saves against the one that I gave disadvantage for con saves on.
He's not on my side.
It seems like a personal problem.
Well, you want to talk about personal problem? Are you sure? Anyway, and I think that's it for me for right now.
Alright, next up is K-Jax.
Okay. So, I can still attack him, right?
Oh yeah, it's just, he's underneath, like, murky water, so it's disadvantage.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
well,
yeah, disadvantage.
The charm only makes it so that you can't make reactions.
Okay, that's it though?
So you can still, you can still do everything else, it just makes it so you can't take reactions.
Cool. Sounds good. I will attack him then. Wow.
Disadvantage?
Okay, I'll roll again. Sorry.
That hits! But I will take the 9 piercing, and I do believe that since technically it is next to 2 of your allies, you get sneak attack.
Oh, okay. Cool.
If you want to use that.
Which one did she attack?
Do I have to do...
the one in front of her, I believe.
Attack.
The what?
Disadvantage.
Oh, no, it's... Your attack hit, the sneak attack damage is just added to the hit.
Okay.
So roll the, I believe it's 2d6?
So wait, she's a swashbuckler?
It's 1d6.
Okay, 1d6 at her current level, okay. So, 9... and 11, yep, that's 11 points of damage.
Plus 3 if she's attacking the one directly in front of her. Because it has bleed.
Okay! So, you just take... Well, everyone else can't seem to hit shit. You just take your... Oh, well, I mean, besides your other partner who's trained also in water combat, you just take your rapier, stab downward, and pierce this thing right through one of its eyes, killing it.
Nice.
Woohoo! Go K-Jax.
And pull the blade out.
Alright, that's it.
Alright, Barnabas, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna breathe in a breath of fresh air and use my second wind. I get to roll a d10.
It's your level.
Yep. So
6.
plus 2. Yeah. So I am up to 13 health, and then I am going to go ahead and make an attack. on the guy that I attacked last time, who chased me all the way over here, the motherfucker.
Still hits, and yeah, as you take your cutlass, this creature just seems to almost come up to the surface, almost like it's about to strike at you again, but you just slash this thing in half. As that was enough to kill it.
Take that, you foul beastie! And that'll do it.
Alright, next up are the broodlings, with 2 of them down, 3 left, that have not taken any damage at all. So first up is the one near you, Atanaz. This creature is going to jump out, and it is actually going to make a bite at you, but is going to make it sting at Barnabas. So first is the bite towards you, with a natural 20, for 6 points of piercing. But the sting is going for Barnabas, which I believe misses with a 6.
Yep.
As the sting comes out, it just bites onto your arm, Atanaz, and the 3 tendrils behind it almost seem to whip out to try and sting you, Barnabas, but you just block them out of the way as it lets go and falls back into the water. Alright, next one is up to the one up here near Namir. So he's going to do the same thing. This one's going to make a bite attack against you, Namir, and a sting attack against Kjax. I believe both of those hit you, or hit both of you. So 4 points of piercing damage to you, Namir. Kjax, you take 3 points of piercing, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
I was about to say, that's 2 failed con saves.
That's really rough. Bad at it.
Right?
Yeah, so you just have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws until the end of the Broodling's next turn. Oh, he should have done the tail thing to Namir. Oh well. Because you're already charmed, so it doesn't really matter. I gotta see...
Oh, am I still charmed even though he's dead?
Hold on.
The thing is that...
Oh, yeah, never mind. That one's dead, so you're not charmed anymore.
I was gonna say, that's fucked.
You're charmed by his corpse.
As for the one down here, seeing the new little person, he's actually going to come around here. Kjax, you can make an attack of opportunity if you want.
No, I'm
It
kidding.
has
if you want.
Oh, no, yeah.
It left hers. But yeah, unfortunately you try to go for this one, but you just can't seem to hit it, and he is going to do a bite against you, Casimir, and a sting against you, Yarrow. 18 to hit you, Casimir?
Just barely. Not really.
You take 5 points of piercing as this thing just latches onto your arm. Yarrow, I believe that misses you with
misses, yes.
Oh wait, you're a sorcerer. Are you allowed to wear leather armor?
I am, yeah. Are you not?
Sorcerers? I don't believe so.
If you have proficiency in light armor, you can.
Yeah, do you have proficiency in light armor?
No, I don't have proficiency in light armor, no.
You cannot wear... well, you can still wear it, but I believe it's there's
some... You can't cast spells.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the big thing is if you're wearing armor that you are not proficient in, you can't
so...
Okay, I'm not wearing that armor then.
Alright, then what's your armor class?
It's 12.
Without the armor. Okay, so it still misses.
Yeah.
Alright, just gotta remember, because I'm starting to think about that now. Wait, no, you're a sorcerer, you can't wear leather.
Which got proficiency in light armor, bitches?
Alright, well, that's the end of their turn. Casimir, you're up.
Alright, so the one that I attacked is dead.
Yeah,
so...
these 2 dead. These 3 alive.
I'm gonna...
Yeah.
I'm gonna bonus action move my Hex to that guy.
Alright.
So he has disadvantage on con saves, and I'm gonna do minor lifesteal, but because it's a saving throw, he doesn't take the Hex damage. He just gets disadvantage on the con save for it.
Alright.
So it'll be 2 damage.
Disadvantage. 3. Nope, he failed. So he takes 2 points of necrotic.
Yes.
Ooh, they should have the big damage, huh?
Hey, I got 2 temp hit points, so I've only lost.
You just hear this
3
little
health.
shriek.
I want to throw a bomb at that one.
And that is my turn.
Alright, next up is Namir, right after Casimir.
If I like froze one of the water to get it to stop moving, would that like help me attack wise?
If you tried to freeze the water?
No, like freeze, like
it?
hold the fish.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Alright, then I'm gonna use my blood curse, and I'm not gonna cut myself for it, I'm just gonna mutter some words.
What words are you muttering?
Yeah, you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so does it have to make a save?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
a strength save.
Oh, okay.
I didn't amplify it,
Strength
so it's just
saving
gonna
throw.
be for this turn.
Oh, they're not strong. Normal roll.
Good.
Rolled an 8.
It's
Oh,
a
That
bare
will not
minimum.
make it.
I'd say it's an 8
Oh.
plus proficiency.
Oh, is this the thing that just reduces its speed to 0?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not moving, so it wouldn't really give you advantage per se.
Alright,
Like, it
that's fine.
wouldn't cancel it, but it would basically stop it from moving. Because it's still sitting in the exact same place under murky water.
Yeah.
I'm sure Casey knows what swampy water is like.
Yep.
Yeah, that still hits.
Motherfucker.
Woo!
Nice.
No, I have to roll with disadvantage because it's the murky water, so it'd be the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
But because
Still
it's
hits.
frozen. Because it's frozen? Did that?
No.
It would be.
It just stops
Would
it from
be-
moving. Like,
Fair.
it reduces its speed to 0.
Fair.
But, it takes the same or no, well, it takes, I would
It'd
say
be
the
8
7.
damage. Yeah,
Okay,
it'd be the
yeah.
7 and the 1. It'd be 8.
Yeah. That's 13.
Wait, would it be considered petrified?
No.
Damn you.
No.
Damn you. Damn you
Would
and
by
your
itself
knowing
be
your rules.
considered power word.
And
Right?
so, like, Namir's setting his, like sword on fire with, like, the thing, and it's dealing fire damage. But the thing is, in the spell, it's written that nothing can reduce this damage. So I imagine it's, like, working underwater or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's probably
So it's-
water's bubbling around that thing.
It's like flame that's keeping up even though I'm stabbing into water. But, yeah, that's
Yep.
my turn.
Alright, Yarrow, you're up.
Can I touch this thing?
Yes, if you lean over the boat and, like, try to reach into it, yeah, you could. I would say, well, you're tiny now, so there are some changes, too.
Look what you've done.
I would say that you can. Are you trying to make, like, an attack?
Yeah, that I need
Oh,
to
it's
touch it.
disadvantage either way, because it's just murky water, but yeah. You can attempt to make an attack.
Okay, I'm
Unless your
gonna.
attack requires a con save.
It does not.
Alright, well, I did what I could.
No,
I
it
need to
does
start looking up some, like, phrases like Kaz does for, like, spells and shit.
I translated some loose stuff into, if it's not a weird thing, ancient, or not ancient, I did
Yeah, that still hits.
Latin, and if it's weird shit, I did ancient
Wait,
Sumerian.
for healing.
not. Yeah, it's not healing because it's not a humanoid.
Oh, okay, so it takes. You do manage to go down and touch the side of this thing, which is, like, really slimy, but you do manage to do 1 point of necrotic damage.
Fair. So, like, the dogma is like, I bite it.
Ew.
Oh.
Fucking gross, dude.
Wait, like, you actually are literally trying to bite it?
Well, that's the cantrip.
That's
It's
what the spell is.
Yeah.
I assume that it, like, summons some sort of dark shadow maw that bites the creature for you.
I mean, I
Nope.
do get giant fangs in my mouth, but
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you just.
I am
like,
biting.
I for apples. You just open your mouth, shove your head into the water, and bite this thing.
I assume everybody that sees this goes, ew!
Yeah, like Namir, or Casimir, right in front of you. You watch Tiny Yarrow stick her head into the water and bite this thing.
Hungry for apples?
I come out of the water, and then they just kind of like spit
Why
to the
people
other
keep
side.
using dark magic in front of a member of the Inquisition? I will never get it.
Yeah,
Far away. I'm tiny. You cannot see me.
Oh, true. Her head is underwater, so you wouldn't really be able to see
You have
what she.
to cast the spell and then go down on it. Yeah, I probably didn't see
True.
it. I'm on the other side of the boat.
Yeah. Plus, there's like a big person between you two. So, alright, anything else, Yarrow?
That's it.
Alright, Thanos, you're up.
You know what? I'm going. Fuck it. I'm just gonna take my flintlock pistol and try to shoot the goddamn thing in front of me.
Alright.
With disadvantage still, right?
Yeah, still disadvantage, mostly because it's also point blank range.
Damn it.
Yeah, you pull out your pistol and attempt to shoot into the water, but it's just... water just splashes around you.
Fine.
Anything else?
And, that's it.
Alright, K-Jax, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna attack the one that's right here.
Alright.
Oh no. Never
You
mind.
try to stab down into the water, but this thing just swims around you.
Oh. Okay. That's it.
Alright, next up is Barnabas.
Okay.
You guys managed to kill 2.
Fuck
So-
these things.
I am going to... Let's see here. Yarrow, as you come back up from the water, you feel a tap on your shoulder, and you hear Barnabas say, "Here, Yarrow, hold on to this!" And then I am going to bait and switch. So,
Alright.
I'm going to switch places with Yarrow, and I'm going to give Yarrow a bonus to her armor class equal to a D4, even though I need it. Yarrow, you get plus 3 to your armor class. And, but you're also now holding the oar.
Okay. I mean, I'm tiny. I'm just going like putting all my weight on it.
Oh my god, what the hell? And then I'm going to attack the one on the bottom.
That hits!
Take this, you tiny devil!
As you come in with your cutlass, you actually cut off one of its tails. It is looking real bad.
I turn to Casimir and give him a grin.
Casimir will reciprocate it.
That's my turn.
Alright, next up is the Broodlings. The one near you, Atanas, he is going to actually attempt to bite Yarrow and sting you, Atanas.
You're welcome for the extra armor class, Yarrow.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that misses.
Thank you. Yep.
23 hit you, Atanas?
Slightly.
I feel like Yarrow probably managed to throw the oar into its mouth. So it just bites down on the oar.
Right.
Yeah, as it tries to come in to bite you, you just like move the oar and it just bites down into it, and the 3 tails are whipping around, and one of them stings into you. Atanas, you deal 3 piercing damage, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, just regular, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be the 15. Yeah, you make it. So, next up is the one near Namir. It is going to...
Knock me down, boy.
It still can't move, can it? Because it has to do...
No, it can make or actually, no, it gets its turn back right now.
Is it at the
Oh,
end of
no,
its
until
turn, or
the end of my next turn.
your
So after my next turn, it'll be unfrozen, but it can make a strength check, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna... Oh, yeah, it's gonna go ahead and make a strength check. 6. It fails. Which, is that the beginning or end of its turn? Like, does it take an action to do that? Okay.
No,
end of its
take an action to do, though.
Well, here becomes the small problem in that technically helped you, because these creatures technically have to move 5 feet to jump out of the water and attack you.
Nice.
Because technically, to get out of the water and attack you, to get over the boat, they have to jump 5 feet. So technically, it's kind of stuck there. And it fails, so...
on the bottom, so that it goes after me and not Casimir.
But, actually it will attack the boat.
You motherfucker.
So it will make 1 bite attack against the boat, because the sting isn't really going to affect the boat too much.
You bitch!
Yeah!
Bitch!
So the boat actually has 6 hit points, so you watch as a toothy maw just bites into the side of the boat, Namir, and water begins to leak in.
We've been compromised!
Seriously.
Bad and shit!
And that's the end of its turn. The one down here is going to make...
Get me, you ugly motherfucker!
Yeah, you did a lot of damage to it, so it's actually going to do both attacks against you.
Good. I got you.
So first the bite attack, and then the sting.
The sting.
Bite, it just tries to come in, but you just slap it away with your cutlass. But as it goes back into the water, the tail comes out and stings you for 3 piercing, makes a Constitution save. You say so. Yep. Alright, and that is the end of their turn.
Alright. Casimir is going to cast Chill Touch on the one closest to it, so he's gonna open his book and wave his staff around it, and you're gonna see some, like, icy blue flame come out of it, and you're gonna see a blue hand jut forth as he goes, Ultaza, and a cold hand comes out from it. Where's Chill Touch? There it is. Oh, and then an extra D6 to that, which for me.
So that's
right?
Disadvantage.
Is it? Oh!
It's in the water underneath. Yeah.
All right.
Still
Anyway.
hits.
It's still, he still gets.
Wow. So 7.
damage.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, you still do.
So it's 9 damage because you still get the original.
Oh yeah, because you still. It doesn't matter. It has 2 hit points left. 2 hit points. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you just like reach your hand in, and the water around your hand actually freezes as you just freeze this entire thing into a block.
As I do, and I see it, I just take my staff and just smash. I swing it across and smash it into pieces.
Yeah, you just watch it just scatter. It's at this point you remember that.
He sees Barnabas do that, and he takes a free hand and reciprocates the high five. And then
That guy.
bonus action, moving his hex towards this guy. So that guy has disadvantage on con saves.
All right.
And then, hold on. It is my... I'm gonna finally use my familiar. So you guys are gonna see... Can I? I should say I get to choose.
Here's the thing. Did you use your bonus action already? Because it takes your bonus action to have him do anything, I believe.
Not as a witch.
Hold on
Hold
here.
on. Let me...
Make sure, because I remember reading the...
Hold on, where I thought I had... Hold on, let me check.
There's like... Yeah, that's the side thing. You need to read the
Yeah.
actual, like... Because I believe in the actual main thing, it says that you need to...
Can take his turn immediately before or after once per turn as an action or bonus action. You can... okay, yeah. Action or bonus action. Okay, yep.
So yeah, you need to use an action or bonus
So-
action to get him to do anything.
Okay, so then I guess... Yeah, I'll just say bonus action. I moved my hex to that guy, and I'm just gonna keep my familiar a little still hidden, and just use my bonus action move Hex to that guy right there, so that way he has disadvantage on con saves.
Yeah, I should probably do that so I know which guy has the... Yeah. Okay, so, alright, anything else?
Yeah, nope, that's it.
Alright, Namir, you're up.
Alright, and finally get to pull out my crossbow, so I'm gonna try to stab it and then shoot it.
Alright. Both with disadvantage. Well, even if disadvantage, neither one hits.
Yeah.
I'm going
shooting at water.
to use my... I'm gonna use my...
Oh, the familiar's reaction?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my familiar's reaction to
use
add
the once a day ability?
Yep.
Alright, roll a d10.
I'm gonna add it to the crossbow, I guess.
That would be 13, so yeah, that would technically hit. You guys, which, yeah, he would go uninvisible if he does that, so...
Yeah, he definitely would.
You guys watch as, at first you don't think your crossbow is going to hit, but suddenly you see this small gray figure appear on,
He's right on
Casimir's shoulder. I'm actually going to drop his token.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You're gonna see a little gray Dwendu, like those guys that had been helping us from before when we were running through the people that we made a deal with, and you're gonna see one of those guys just immediately pop up on my shoulder. He's gonna wave his hand real quick as Namir goes to fire his crossbow bolt.
Yeah, and it's almost like a change of luck. Your bolt seems to hit right into the center of this creature's head and just kills it.
Nice.
You can only use it once a day, and you chose it for that.
I burned both of my once a day abilities, so
I didn't want to die.
Yeah, he burned one of his abilities.
I didn't want the boat to go under, so
That's true.
yeah.
All right, anything
it's
else?
unfrozen now. It's unfrozen, but that's the end of my turn.
All right, you're up. There's only one of these fuckers left.
Okay,
Oh, it's dead.
I'm gonna... How badly is he looking? Can I
Like it
tell?
hasn't taken any damage at all.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to
No one has been able to hit that one. Firebolt?
Yep. I know it's water, but...
It is technically magic. Does Firebolt say it can't be shot underwater?
Well, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter, you miss either way. As the fire just seems to hit the water and sizzle out, but that's something I gotta check.
It doesn't say that it can't be done.
Anything. It's DM's discretion, I think.
Yeah.
The only reason I would say it might work is because it is magic. That's the only thing. It is magic.
I always rule that it's a pretty intensive blast of fire, so I always rule that it works underwater. Like,
Yeah, it just can't. I would say it just can't ignite anything. So it can't it can't ignite anything.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, you still miss.
Yeah, I still missed.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Alright, Atanas, you're up. Hope you can hit this guy.
Yeah, I've been trying to. I try with my katana, see if I can, have more chance with a blade than spell or range attack.
Hey, you said that it jumps up to make its attack. Maybe ready your actions so that when it attacks, you make an attack and you don't get disadvantage.
Yeah, no, I'm too frustrated for that. I'm just gonna try to
Also,
go for it.
it has disadvantage on con saves. It has disadvantage on con saves. It has.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm going for it.
That doesn't help us.
No, he has a thing for that.
Oh, never mind. Damn it!
What?
God damn it.
Fuck.
Yeah, as you try to swing through the water, you just miss again. Like, you just cannot seem to hit this thing. It's almost taunting you.
Poor Atanas.
So he's like,
God damn it! I rolled nat 22 on the first one.
Actually, in your head, you do hear some strange babbling of words that you don't understand.
Does it sound like...
Well, fuck you too! And then that's the end of my turn.
Unless you can understand deep speech.
I don't think... No, I cannot.
Yeah, nope. So yeah, that's the end of your turn. K-Jax, you're up, but this thing's kind of like on the other side of the boat.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got a crossbow. Can I...
With disadvantage, yeah. Well, it would be disadvantage either way, so yeah, you could attempt to shoot it with your crossbow.
Would it have disadvantage and the increased
It'd
armor
probably have
class?
some cover.
Yeah, it would have cover.
Yeah.
It'd probably have at least...
3/4 that.
Yeah.
What's that, +5?
Yeah.
Still do it. It's worth it.
Yeah. You might be able to roll really fucking high.
Okay, I don't have...
You have a
Oh, you don't have crossbow on the...
Yeah.
Oh, I'll drag it on there for you real quick.
Cool.
Although this is...
My other DM, the one that I play with in Steph's group, she does, if you're attacking, there's people in front of you and you don't hit, and it's less than 5 of what the armor class of the monster you're attacking is.
It hits the person.
Yep.
Yeah, I know you, but
It's brutal. Because we have 3 ranged fighters.
Oh fuck.
And I'm an Oath of Vengeance dwarf, mountain dwarf paladin. So I'm up there and they attack, and it's just like, hey, and yeah, you get peppered with arrows.
Cool.
You hit it! Holy shit!
Nice!
And that's why it's still...
Because it'd be a class of 18, but you roll over 20 on both. Holy shit!
Good job.
As you just...
Get fucked.
Atanas, as you come down and miss with your blade, suddenly, like, underneath your armpit, a bolt just shoots out and just nails this thing in the side, injuring it greatly, but it's not dead.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mir would look like really impressed because
Oh yeah, everyone.
Hit crossbow, you still get sneak attack.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because it's near one of your allies.
At that
no, because she has disadvantage. If you have disadvantage,
yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Well, ignore
Yeah.
that then.
Oh shit, that means you wouldn't have had sneak attack on the other one. Oh well, it's already dead. I'm not gonna change that.
Okay, that's
I'm gonna have to remember that for the future though. But yeah, you do... Yep, okay. So first person to ever hurt this one. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Barnabas, you're up.
I toss my cutlass to my left hand, and I pull out my boomerang, and then I'm going to cock it and ready my action. When it jumps out of the water, I'm going to throw my boomerang at it.
Slick.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Alright, at the end of your turn, it is the Broodling's turn. Seeing all of its fellows dead, it's going to use its action to disengage and get the fuck out.
God damn it.
That motherfucker.
I should have just thrown my boomerang. But it wouldn't... I don't think that would work. I was just imagining trying to throw a boomerang at something in the water. It's like... Splash. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, unless you try, guys, try to go after this thing. Like, this thing just goes... Just like swims off. But combat is currently over.
do we cut a head off or whatever we needed?
We need one of them.
Quickly, we need to ground the boat before it sinks. Because I imagine it's taking on a lot of water, right?
Yeah, it's currently taking on a bit of water.
Okay. So I'm gonna hop out of the boat and start trying to drag it onto this island here.
Alright, you do so.
So, I want to look at the things. And does... I want to harvest what we can from it, but does it look like any of these have the tendril that we're looking for the merchant guy?
Well, he was looking for a whole one.
A whole
yeah, like one of these. Like, these guys are actually tiny, so their size is tiny, so they're like about the size of a house cat.
Yeah, so...
He said dead or alive, right?
Yeah, dead or alive, but he wanted them mostly dead.
He wanted a brood mother.
You know what?
I think
you don't remember, but...
Oh,
I don't think he said a brood mother. I think he said like one of the little ones.
I'm looking at my notes.
I think he said to look out for the brood mother.
Yeah, look out for the brood mother.
He did say look out for the brood mother.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, oh no, if you want to go after the brood mother, I mean, I just...
So wait, he wanted one of these alive.
Or dead.
No, dead.
He was like, alive or dead, or wait, no, mostly dead. Because like, for a second there, I'm like, no, he wouldn't want it alive, he needs it dead. Because that was my mistake for wording mostly on that one.
Casimir is gonna gather up the 4 dead ones.
How bad is the hole in the boat?
It's not too bad, but it's like it's like a tiny bite mark, maybe about that big, but it's still a hole in a boat. But for you, Casey, one of them was cut in half. The other you froze and shattered.
Yep, that was.
And one I just put an arrow in with, so I think that one probably.
Yeah, 2 of them on this side were both killed with just arrows.
He can probably discern.
Well, that one was a rapier and that one with an arrow, so those 2 are the cleanest kills.
He can get what he needs from all 4 of them. So I'm gonna gather all 4 of them. How much weight does that occupy for me?
About probably 20 pounds apiece.
What are these things called?
Broodlings.
Okay, I can carry that much. So I have 4 of the broodlings, 20 pounds
each.
20 pounds each. Yep. That's enough. I can't carry any more.
Wait, you can carry 80 pounds?
Yeah. I have a 8 modifier, but with all the stuff that I have equipped on me, that doesn't wait.
Are you sure you have the variant?
Do you have the rule system? Yeah, do you have the variant rule system? Yeah, because you might want to check that. I mean, you could put them in the boat still, either way, so you wouldn't have to physically carry them.
I'll put them in the boat, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely check that, because you should not be able to carry 80 pounds worth of shit with your, like, -1 to your strength.
People can't carry past, like, 40, especially if you have, like,
I can't even carry.
Hold on, no, I didn't have I didn't have variant on, so it's in the boat.
Never mind about that,
It's in the boat. It's in the boat, though.
You have, 2 whole ones. One that was shattered because, like, unless you want to go picking around for all the frozen pieces of that thing, it's basically chum. It's like, there's no...
With that.
And that one, I'm pretty sure got eviscerated. That one, I think, was the first one to die. Oh, no, that one got cut in half by, Barnabas, I believe.
What? I cut it all the way in half? I just slashed it.
Alright, never mind.
It's a tiny creature the size of a cat.
With the proper encumbrance, I can't carry it, but I'm putting it on the boat.
Alright.
So
not until we fix the boat, you're not.
Not until we fix it. They're there.
But you currently have a hole maybe about that big from a tiny bite mark.
We should have some flex
okay, so yeah, let's see how what do we have that we could pack it or like fix the hole with. I have nothing.
Can we use kind of like a bedroll and stuff it?
Yeah, I mean, if you have something that's like water resistant, you could probably try to stuff something in between. If anyone has a big ass cork.
What about a water skin? Could I shove like the head of my water skin in there?
I really regret not stealing that dude's alcohol. It probably had a big ass cork.
Yep.
Oh, that was like a glass vial thing with a glass cork that's tiny. You wouldn't have.
What about the corks on the poison we got?
Tiny vial.
Damn it.
Nothing big enough to fit that, but yeah, I'd say your water skin.
I'll take it out and put it in there. It's empty.
I mean, make a not sure what check this would be. Well, this is preparing a ship. I would say anyone who wants to attempt would make an intelligence check.
I'll do that. I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty smart guy.
Yeah, I got a 0 to intelligence.
Same.
I'll say
I got a negative modifier.
All right.
I'm fucking stupid as hell.
I'll say
You manage to basically take your water skin and kind of just stuff it in a way that it just kind of stops the water from getting in. You're not really sure how tight of a seal this is going to be.
He'll sit on it. He'll just like sit on the water skin, so it's like jammed in there.
Yeah. I mean, there's also like moss, logs, and all sorts of stuff around you.
Yeah, I could shove that in.
You just like basically shove a whole bunch of stuff into this hole, and it is currently like there's only just like the tiniest little leak, but it should hold. Should.
Cool.
And I'll say this for Casimir, you guys notice sitting on his shoulder now is one of those Dwendu that we had dealt with before in the forest. And he's sitting there and he's kind of got like a wheat, a bundle of wheat-esque type hat and shoulder, or mushrooms kind of sprouting out from his shoulders, and he's got a straw of wheat sticking out from his mouth. Yeah, just like that. And he just looks super done with all of you guys. He is just so far beyond this. He's just like, whatever. And he's just kind of sitting and chilling on my shoulder. You see him now.
He's not gonna throw any rotten berries at me, is he?
Does he have to make a dex save, Mike?
I mean, that's depending on this is your familiar.
Yeah, I would say yes.
So he would make, I would say just a straight dexterity check.
Didn't he just attack me before?
Yeah, it was a dexterity-based attack, because it's a ranged attack.
Alright.
17 hit?
That is a hit.
You just watch this. Yeah.
Rotten.
I like
he
run towards it.
He just lifts up his hat. There's a berry under his hat. He just grabs it and lobs it at your face.
I stand there for a moment, like, okay, alright. And then I rush towards Casimir and try to like grab the little fucker off his shoulder. Come here, you little fucker!
As you try to grab it, it just disappears.
Yeah, Casimir just kind of like holds his hand out. He's like, no, he trusts me. He's a friend. He assisted our friend Namir with his crossbow endeavors.
You hear on your shoulder, Casimir, you hear on your shoulder in Sylvan, that one ain't very smart, is he?
No, he's definitely not, but he's good.
Is there something I'm missing?
My new friend here, allow me to introduce you all. This is, he's gonna hold his hand up like this and be like, this is Leshy. He's decided to accompany us on our journey. He has some talents that might prove useful for us.
I won't lie, I liked the dragon more.
The dragon is nice, but you can't say no to a mischievous little gentleman such as this. Say hello to
I think
Leshy.
I could very easily.
So you all prefer...
I would say no either. I like the dragon better.
So you all preferred Elidibus to Leshy, is what I'm hearing.
I say hi
What
to
the
Leshy and
dragon's
Sylvan.
name was.
Leshy is gonna throw rotten strawberries at Namir and Yarrow as well now.
Yarrow said hi! Yarrow say hi to Sylvan!
Yarrow was okay. I'm sorry. To Atanez and Namir.
I think the Inquisition is gonna hear about some witch. Damn.
Berries. This guy just lifts his hat, grabs one, drops it, lifts it again, grabs another, like almost infinite little berries to just throw. As you both get hit in the face with berries. With the natural 20, which one did that hit?
Tanez.
Tanez, as you're talking to him, your mouth is open, the berry actually goes down your throat. And like slightly lodges there, but you manage to cough it back up.
I'm so glad I didn't choose the underage person for that description.
Oh god.
Namir starts like walking towards you, just like Flamam he did fears. Like draws this fucking sword that's flaming.
Right. Well, I think the Inquisition is gonna have some very fun time with that little guy.
I think if you were to get the Inquisition involved, it would be non-beneficial for all.
Oh, for you, for sure. For me, greatly beneficial.
I don't think you're fully aware of what I'm capable of.
Oh, I don't think you're fully aware of what I am either.
I don't think we're fully aware of anyone's situations, but can we please not call the Inquisition? Or just don't fucking hit me with the berries, or I'm gonna put a fucking rapier through your skull.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Everyone just stop fighting. We need hearts.
Namir, you've been identified as a friend. Don't worry. You might be victim to the occasional rogue berry, but otherwise, you're friendly.
As you guys are having this conversation, that one little broodling that ran away, you suddenly in the distance hear a loud like a loud screaming of a beast of some kind in the same direction that one random broodling left.
Guys, we need to hide.
Yes, perhaps we should take some cover.
I mean, it's pretty open area.
Probably just keep moving would be the better.
Run.
Well, I row. I think the boat will hold up, so...
Oops, not that one.
Alright,
that one. If that helps at all.
It's kind of open area a little bit. There's not really anything to... Yeah, it's pretty open marsh.
I have stuff that can make us hide, but...
Well, is anyone attempting to just move the boat?
Yeah,
I am.
Like the boat back.
Okay, as you two get on back onto the oars and start rowing, who is leading? To try and get up back onto the right path.
I think I would still have...
You still have the map.
So, unless anyone is trying to take it from me, I suppose I would be trying to.
Yeah.
I'm not
Show us the way! Casimir, show us the way!
Right. Guy with navigator's tools.
Absolutely. Let me see. Tanez, if you wouldn't mind providing me some assistance, that would be much appreciated.
Well, I'm kind of busy moving the boat at the moment. So unless somebody takes my place,
just make a straight roll, you fuck.
Very well.
Oh boy.
You do. After another, you basically lose about an hour on this trip. So instead of taking 2 hours, it takes 3. You continue to roll. You do eventually find your way back to the canal after some very sideways, kind of out of the way of getting back to the canal. You do hear more roaring of some sort of large beast, and you swear in the distance you see some sort of giant wave that looks like some creature that may have been large or huge was moving in that direction where you currently were. But you do manage to get away from that shittiness and back to the canal as you can continue to travel to finish your journey. You do, as the sun is now setting, because currently, since you lost that hour, it's getting close to about 7 o'clock. And this time of year, the sun isn't completely down, but there's still there's kind of like that, just that light of evening as the sun is beginning to go down in the west. And in the distance, you begin to see small wooden structures And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
God.